University Trojans of the CIAA and the Norfolk State University Spartans of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference here on the MEAC Digital Network and ESPN+. Hello, I'm Ross Gordon, and joining me today in the booth, the one and only Don Carey, the former Spartan great. Beautiful day for football here in the Hampton Roads area, and it's a classic at that. It's the Battle of States, Norfolk State versus Virginia State.
It really is going to be a good game, a tale of two different tapes. Virginia State had a great showing last week with a 35-7 win. Norfolk State didn't quite get the outcome they were looking for in Mike Vick's introduction to Norfolk State, so hopefully they can fix that today.
It's the tale of two quarterbacks. It's a quarterback-driven game, and for Virginia State, they have a really good one, and he threw for over 300 yards. Matthews Jr. last week against Barton College. He's ready for today's ball game. You see him dancing. But on the other side, the Spartans will go with their starter from last week. Izzy Carter. Carter, the Florida native, coming in with confidence this week, and he looks like a different quarterback. And for these two coaches, especially first-year head coach Michael Vick, it's going to be important for his quarterback to get going early.
Yeah, but we'll see if they were able to get him calm, get us some good, easy reads, some throws to the flats to get his nerves settled and see what he can do today.
Coach Henry Frazier on the other side knows what he has, and he's going to rely on Matthews and the rest of his squad to get things going here today. We'll take a timeout and be right back here on the MEAC Digital Network. Hello and welcome back to Dick Price Stadium as Michael Vick comes on to the field here at Norfolk State University for the second time. It's going to be a great football atmosphere. Again, Ross Gordon, Don Carey, and we talked about it earlier. This is going to be a matchup of two teams coming in two different directions. Norfolk State with a game that they would like to forget, and Virginia State came out and rolled early against Barton College last week, and both teams want to look at this game differently. The Battle of the States is a huge ball game.
Yeah, anyone who knows the history between these two schools know you can throw out records, you can throw out the stats, even the conferences. These are two teams with a rich history that know each other very well. Looking forward to a good game here.
Don, you played in these ball games. You played in front of these crowds here in Norfolk, and one of the things you know is that it matters what you come out of the tunnel like, what your mindset is out of the tunnel. You can't be too high, you can't be too low. You have to be ready for this ball game.
Yeah, it's the difference between passion and emotion. And the difference is the decision-making behind it. If you're over-emotional, that's when you make your mistakes. But when you're passionate, that's when you're still going to make logical decisions that help your team win.
Coach Vick said one of the things that he wants to do is make sure that they come out with a different mindset when it comes to making mistakes. Be a little bit more disciplined. Play with that kind of competitive edge that you need to be successful. Penalties were the issue last week for Norfolk State. They're going to have to do a better job today of handling those small mistakes. But, Don, you know, if it's something that you can correct, it's something that's easy. And one of the things you do is you look after the field. It's something you can correct.
Definitely. That's why I brought up passion versus emotion. You could definitely tell that the guys were emotional last week. I mean, with all the atmosphere, the stadium has been packed. But we're looking forward to them, calming down, getting in the game plan, getting in the playbook, and making sure we make the right decisions.
Marco Peary will kick off for the Spartans. The Norfolk native will get things going for NSU. What a crowd again this week here at Dick Price Stadium as we get set to get things going. It will be Jalen Bretlow and Malik Hunter back deep to return the kick for Virginia State. Again, Peary, the kickoff for NSU. He gets toe to leather. It's short, and it will be taking around the 11-yard line. And Virginia State with the wall trying to get to the sideline. Nice return for the Trojans, but getting hit hard was Cameron Glenn with the return. The freshman gets out to the 33-yard line before he stopped. What a great return for the Trojans.
Good job on the return. Got him in some really good field position. We'll see what they capitalize on it with.
So we'll see Rashawn Matthews Jr. He's a 6'1" red shirt freshman from Wilmington, Delaware. He will get the nod for the Trojans. In the backfield, it will be Rose standing to his right. And again, the Spartans defensively made a lot of plays last week. They're going to have to be solid here against a good Virginia State offense, and with a solid first down run here for the Trojans, Malik Hunter picks up around 7 yards out to the 40-yard line.
Definitely pay attention to the first 15 plays by either team. These are the scripted plays where the offense think they can really make some hay, and the defense, you see if they really got a good idea what the game plan is going to be.
Virginia State looking to go deep on the second play of the ball game, and some confusion there in the secondary as there was an opportunity there for the Trojans. The pass was just a tad bit too far ahead of its intended receiver on that play. That's Kevin Gale. And there in those concepts, and especially in the zone, you have to make sure the guy running up the seam, that's the most important guy. You have to make sure, because that's the one they're trying to sneak out to make a play.
And that's the weakness in the cover 3 defense, right up the seam.
As the Trojans will look to the sideline on this third down play. They need 3 yards for the first down. And it's going to be a quick pass out in the flat. And making the reception and looking like
it's going to be close.
Yeah, close to the first down, but he might be a little bit short. As Jones makes the stop for the Spartans on Hunter. They'll bring up a 4th down, and we'll say a 4th down and 1. Check that. They're going to say it's a first down. As the nose of the ball needed to make the 43-yard line. And they give him credit.
Lining up in I near.
And the Spartans defensively look a little confused as the quarterback rolls right. Looking out, the flat pass is going to be incomplete. As Vincent Ordonez was the intended receiver there for the Trojans. In coverage for Norfolk State was Jaden Smith. And again, the Spartans, before the snap, looked like they were a little bit confused as there were a couple of uncovered receivers for the Trojans.
Yeah, it seemed to be confusion on both sides. Quarterback rolling to the wide side of the field, only one receiver.
A second down now and 10 for the Trojans. Again, we'll see man coverage on the outside. Jaden Smith, the best corner for Norfolk State. He manned up on the outside as the Trojans go outside and making the pass out the flat there in inside Norfolk State territory was Marquis Smith. And Smith just came out of the formation uncovered.
Yeah. And little misdirection from the offense there, really challenging the eyes of the linebackers, seeing they can be disciplined with their eyes.
And a struggle there, and that's the largest game we'll see of the day for Virginia State on their first down. Now, on their first drive, inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. And again, one of the things, you're going to see a little a wrinkle or two from Virginia State, and you just have to be prepared. If you're Norfolk State, and the timeout's going to be taken on the field as Virginia State was a tad bit confused getting their personnel on the field just a tad bit late. And Don, starting ball games matters. And again, we saw last week on the first drive a huge play. A huge play was the deciding play on their first drive where the receiver got behind the defense. And this was a couple of plays on this drive where there were a few receivers who were open.
Well, here's where I think Coach Vick is very important to the team. I mean, this is first year coaching, doesn't have any prior coaching experience. Can he be the leader on the field to keep the guys calm so we can get in and out of the huddle, in and out of our plays, and execute the plays as intended?
And again, execution is the big thing. Execution is the big thing. And we talked about it in the pregame earlier. Can we do the small things? Can you be disciplined? And can you make sure that you're in the right space at the right time? And again, for Norfolk State, it's just a few plays here and there, just getting comfortable here early in the season as we are back to the line of scrimmage after the first charge timeout for the Trojans. As Rose is in the backfield, Rose gets the handoff, and the helmet is lost as he goes in between the tackles
Yeah.
for a pickup of about 7.
Yeah, it's a nice designed run for the quarterback here. Able to gain 7 yards right up the middle.
And I think one of the things that you see now is Virginia State mixing it up, trying to use the edge, and for the first time today, really working in between the tackles as we see Matthews again in the shotgun. He hands it off. Rose picks up the first down. It will be a first down and goal for the Trojans at the 7-yard line. Ball be spotted at the 6, and Don, it's an opportunity now for this defense. The first drive, a lot of people say bend, don't break. This is that opportunity to make sure that you can get a stop, first down and goal for the Trojans with Rashawn Matthews at quarterback. And
definitely, if they can get a stop here, that really helps them with the chess match of the second half when they come out and they get the ball. Definitely want to make sure we get a stop.
As back out of the backfield again is Rose. Rose gets inside the 5. He's taken down at the 3. And again, the Spartans' defensive line, they play a 3-man down, 3-down line, and I think they played well, especially in the second half after they got themselves together. This is a hard defensive front to run on.
Definitely, and we'll see if we can repeat that this week. Try to have the second half of last week in the first half of this week.
As we see Matthews send 3 wide out to the far side, still in the backfield is going to be Rose. Rose again gets a handoff, this time going left side. Nothing doing there as the Spartans are ready. Making the stop is Cleve Gilmore, who wanted to make some more flash plays this week and transfer from Pittsburgh.
Definitely seeing where he's going to get some opportunities. Virginia State coming out, interestingly enough, running the ball on Norfolk State, where one would expect them to throw.
And threw for over 300 yards last week. And the Trojans will have a third down here, and we'll see what they decide to do. Still, maybe 4-down territory. You can look at that, a chip shot field goal as
Design quarterback run up the left.
Will try to sneak the quarterback out of the backfield, and right there on it for NSU, making the play for the Spartans was Miguel Rijo.
Definitely, just as we mentioned, want to make sure we bend but don't break. Giving their team a chance now, maybe block the half, the extra point. We see what Virginia State can capitalize on the field goal opportunity here.
It'll be a 22-yard attempt from the left hash for the Trojans. Into kick is Joshua Campbell, a high snap. The kick is going to be away, up, and it is through. So the Trojans drive, get 3 on their first possession of the ball game as the Spartans give up 3, and that's a big sign for the Spartans. 3-0 is your score here in Norfolk, Virginia. We will take a timeout. You are watching the MEAC Digital Network on ESPN+. Is your score. Virginia State with the lead again. It was a mixed bag for Norfolk State defensively, but I think the last 3 plays of that drive, you saw what this team is going to do. And again, you talk about the scripted plays. What can you get out of the scripted plays? You know those are the plays that we might not have seen on film last week, and you saw that they had some big gash plays, but the Spartans held at the end.
Yeah, those first 15 plays are what the other team is seeing that they can take advantage of.
And a huge
this is a good
return
run here, just picking up exactly where he left off last week, really providing a spark for the team here.
And this is the preseason MEAC first team kick returner for the Spartans. And Jalen White from Newport News didn't play last week, was injured. Winoti did a good job of returning kicks, but you see him there. You see his potential. You'll see him coming out of the backfield as well at the running back spot.
Definitely. Special teams was pretty good for Norfolk State last week. See if they can continue that here. But coming onto the field now, our first look at Israel Carter.
And Carter's going to have Kevon King, the first team All-MEAC running back, in the backfield with them. As Carter will send 4 wideouts out in the formation. As the handoff will go to King. He tries the backside. And again, Virginia State was there ready. And one thing Coach Vick said they're going to have to do is they're going to have to run the football this week.
you definitely want to be able to run the ball. That takes so much pressure off your young quarterback. He doesn't have to do more than what he thinks he needs to do. So we'll see if they're able to establish that. Good job by Virginia State. D-line being stout and getting that stop there.
A loss of 1 for NSU as Carter comes back to the line of scrimmage. Same formation. And now quick play action. Carter steps up in the pocket. Pass is going to be thrown too low in front of his receiver. Intended for Kendrick. And Carter has to pick himself off of the ground there on that 2nd down and 11 now. Brings up a 3rd down for NSU.
Definitely did a good job of stepping up in the pocket. That's what you want to see from a young quarterback. You just need to continue to settle down the nerves and see if we can make the easy plays.
Virginia State will bring out their dime package here on this 3rd down and 11. As Carter drops back the pass with time, takes off on the design quarterback run, lowers his shoulder, gets inside of the 35, down to the 31-yard line, and we'll see the Spartan offense stay on the field. And that's what you saw from Israel Carter. That's the appeal from Izzy Carter. He has the ability to make people miss out in space, and he has the jets.
It's a bonus when you can spread the field and let your quarterback go and get you some yards. That's one of the appeals of Israel Carter being a dual threat quarterback. And it's a great way to help him calm down as well.
4th down and 1 as Carter will keep it. He'll run right side. Steps inside the 30, picks up the 1st down. And the Spartans with student body right pick up their first down of the ball game.
Good job by Norfolk State getting the edge for the quarterback. Virginia State has to be able to set an edge. They don't have a chance in the run game.
See Carter there using his legs to get going. And again, just like the number 7 that has the headsets on, you know that when you have that kind of athletic ability, it can change the way defenses look at you. 1st down as a quick play action now. Kendrick gets it out in the flat. Stays on his feet, gets inside the 20 down to the 19. Kendrick with 125 yards receiving last week. The transfer from William & Mary has an amazing ability to get free, especially in those flat routes.
And good job by Norfolk State. Last week they didn't do a good job of getting the ball to their receivers in space.
And that time they do it again. And it was the tight end. But they say he fumbled the football. It was picked up by Virginia State. And this one is going to be reviewed. We'll get a chance to look at it as Akeem Wright, the tight end, will get a chance to look at it up in the booth. As Virginia State is going to quickly bring their offense out onto the field. But it did look like Wright was down as Carter got the pass out to him quickly. Makes the catch. Oh, no.
Well, it's close. We'll see.
Yeah, unless his knee was down. It was good job from the safety coming over top and drawing that one loose.
Definitely good job by the defender putting a head on the helmet, as they say in the NFL. If we lose this ball here for Norfolk State, this is a painful one. They came out, really good job moving the ball, nice momentum, got the quarterback settled with a few runs.
And they're going to take a long look at this and side. We'll take one more look before we go to timeout. Was his knee down is the question. And
it's hard to tell from that look. Maybe the refs get a better angle at it.
And Marquise Edmond will poke it away. The timeout will be taken on the field with 7:20. We'll see if the Spartans will keep this drive alive or if it will be Virginia State football. We'll take a timeout right here on the MEAC Digital Network. call on the field was upheld, and it will be a first down now for Virginia State. They will back the football up to where the ball was recovered, which was inside the 15-yard line of Virginia State, back to the 13-yard line. And solid start offensively for Norfolk State, but again, the small things. And that time, Akeem Wright got the first down, and a good job. We want to give Marquise Edmond his credit for coming over top and punching out the football.
Definitely was a great effort by the defender. And if I'm Norfolk State, encouraged by the way they're able to move the ball. I'm encouraged by the way my quarterback looked. Now we'll see if Norfolk State defense can hold him here.
As Virginia State will come out, and the Spartans defensively right there and in the backfield making the play for NSU's the transfer linebacker Kendrick Nowling from Chicago, Eastern Michigan transfer.
Definitely a great job here.
Gets into the backfield, and again, the defensive line did a good job of holding up and enforcing the loss of 3.
That's going to be the difference in this game. Can this D-line hold up, especially when Virginia State starts throwing the ball?
So it'll be a second down and 13 for the Trojans. In the backfield again is Rose, as the pass is going to be thrown and incomplete, as the pass was intended for Kevin Gales, and Gales was met as soon as he caught the football. Antoine Davis, the backup linebacker, was there for NSU to make the hit. And again, you see what this defense can do after they get settled. That was a great job there by the NSU Spartan D-line, getting some pressure on the quarterback and the coverage on the back end.
Definitely. See if we can make a play here. This will put our offense in great field position if we can force a punt.
And again, the Trojans look to pass, looking downfield, and throwing the ball into the direction of Cameron Davis. Was Malik Hunter was the quarterback. They have a flag thrown on the field as the pass was broken up by Mekhi Frisbee. The flag was thrown at the 40-yard line. Let's see who it's against.
It's in the area of DPI there.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, as the Spartans had an illegal substitution penalty. So they'll bring up a third down and 8 for the Trojans from the 15-yard line. And again, good job there defensively. Even those 12 guys on the field of coming up and making the play, as that was a nice pass to Malik Hunter by Rashawn Matthews, but a great job of poking the ball away by Mekhi Frisbee. It'll be a third down and 8 for the Trojans. Hunter in the backfield. The Spartans showing blitz. Low snap. Pass is going to be complete out in the backfield, but again, the Spartans read it, and Miguel Rijo comes up and makes the play for NSU, a loss of 3, and now both the defense and offense getting a little momentum at the same time, and out comes the punting unit for the Trojans.
A good job by that front seven. Really good job by Norfolk State defense on the sudden change there, coming out and making a statement with just 3 and out.
Nate Robow will come out to punt for the Spartans. Loudermilk will stand at the Virginia State 43. The kick is going to be blocked, and it's going to be picked up in the end zone for the touchdown. NSU gets on the board first on special teams, as the punt is going to be recovered in the end zone. And it looked like it's going to be picked up by Jason Winoti, the special teams hero last week, gets his first touchdown of the year. It's on a punt block.
Definitely. Nothing can spark a team like a great play on special teams. Special teams is all about effort. You see him come in here
clean and went straight for the foot and the football there. Great job by the Spartans coming up and making the play for NSU was Ricardo Underwood. He gets the block, and the Spartans lead it now 6-3, as Robow will get helped off of the field, and that's how clean it was. The ball didn't get to the foot of the punter. And sort of just sort of got it right off the leg. And that's what you're taught. That's what you're taught. You either go for the football, or if you can, hit that leg.
Well, you want to take it off the punter's foot. So the aim was perfectly fine. You hate to see the punter get hurt like that. We'll see how Virginia State responds. But great job by Norfolk State there.
The extra point on the way, low snap, but the kick is away high enough, and it is up and good. And NSU takes their first lead of the year. Your score is now 7-3. Norfolk State with the lead over Virginia State. A block punt leads to the first points of the season, and we'll be back right after this break on the MEAC Digital Network. In the first quarter, we'll take a look at it from the special teams guru, Don Carey. What do you see?
Definitely a great job coming upfield and not panicking. A lot of times you see guys see it, they're clear free and to get all their training, but good hands, great path to the block. Great job by number 12 scooping the ball.
And Don will mention this. You are very, very aware of how important special teams is to the game of football. You played in the league over 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, and you made your money on the special teams. And that's an important part of the ball game. We saw a big return earlier, and there a black punt for a touchdown. As the kick is away. And taking it from the 1 yard line, as it should be a little bit of a hold there on the outside. As the return comes out to the 25-yard line, we're going to see pushing and shoving on the sideline. The penalty flags fly, and it was a hold right here in plain sight on the return. And again, you like what you see from this Norfolk State team early in this ball game. You see the passion, what you talked about.
Definitely passion versus emotion. You see guys making good decisions, great pass to the ball, good eye discipline outside of maybe a few plays in that first drive. We'll see if this defense can repeat that same stoutness they had in the last series that forced the punt that was blocked for the touchdown.
Just heard the call there. It was holding, and again, Virginia State now backed up deep in their own territory at the 8-yard line. And again, this is a team that wants to throw the football. We saw that last week against Barton, and you still have to be on your P's and Q's to make sure that you continue to do what you've been doing early in this ball game, especially on that last drive.
Definitely, but one of the things that can give Norfolk State the upper hand is if their D-line, their front seven, can continue to play aggressive, sound defense like we've seen that last series. It's going to be a long day for Virginia State.
We'll see Matthews back in the shotgun. He'll stand at his own 3-yard line. The Spartans crowd the line of scrimmage. Big hole on the right side, picking up maybe 3 yards as the play was quickly shut down by Antoine Davis after the pickup of 4.
It's interesting seeing Norfolk State come out here in man. We know the defensive coordinator loves to play zone. Maybe we'll see if he thinks he got some better matchups on the outside with the DBs and the receivers. That'd be a good matchup to watch as the game goes on.
As it'll be a 2nd down and 6 for the Trojans. And again, the handoff to Brandon Rose, and Rose stood up after a pickup of 1. And again, the Spartans are very, very aggressive here, especially from that linebacker position.
Great play call, great job by the defense on executing. Now it's 3rd and 6. Can we continue to be aggressive?
Leroy Reynolds, the defensive linebackers coach for Norfolk State, another NFL veteran there. Gets his team excited. We're going to have
take a shot.
A flag thrown as the Spartans were off sides, and it's going to be incomplete. The pass will be incomplete as is intended for Gales, but 2 Spartans jumped offside, and it looks like it'll be enough for a first down. It'll be a 3rd down. It was a 3rd down and 5 there. If not a 3rd down, not a first down, it will be a short 3rd down for the Trojans.
Yeah, you hate to see the cheap first down. That's why they tell you have a short memory in the NFL or even on the collegiate level. Made a great play last time, but you got to calm down and go again and get back to the chess match.
So that will be enough for the first, as the Spartans were caught offsides last week one good time for a first down. And Again, the Trojans will have a first down here on their third drive of the day. Matthews in the shotgun as he looks over the defense. He has 4 wide receivers.
Trying to clear the box, spread the defense out so they can get some running lanes.
And they have one, but it's closed quickly. Nice job there by the Spartans. Crashing hard off the edge was Jalen Williams to get first contact. Major Dillard, who had 8 tackles last week. Good credit for the cleanup. And it'll be a second down and 8 for Virginia State.
If we continue to see these spread sets with these runs, I would imagine we'll get some screens, some play action off of these.
As the second down play is going to be incomplete. And one thing that we've seen over the last 2 weeks is it's either a long pass down the field or it's out in the flats. No one has really tried the Spartans in the intermediate passing game. That was another 3-yard out there by the Trojans.
Yeah, I mean, apparently we're seeing something on film where teams think that they can take advantage of the outsides and deep. Maybe that's eye discipline, but also we're playing the zone, which means we give up a lot of those shorter routes, which is not a bad thing from a defensive standpoint. Keep it all in front of you, make a tackle, get off the field.
Third down for the Trojans as Virginia State looks to break out traffic, and again the quarterback hit hard as the first person to make contact was Khalif Gilmore. He tripped him up, and cleaning the play up for NSU was Antoine Davis, and these linebackers are flying today.
Really moving downhill, disciplined lane rushes. You would like to see the quarterback hit this number 4 here, wide open on a slant route. Tries to escape, but not fast enough to get away from the rush.
And again, you see Khalif Gilmore with the first hit there, and wrapping him up was Davis. We have a new punter in for the Trojans as this one's going to get away, almost blocked again, and it will bounce, and we'll see what kind of bounce it takes. It takes a Virginia State bounce to the Norfolk State 48-yard line with 2:58 left to go here in the first quarter, and everything has been working. Offense got a small drive, so you got a small taste of that. You got your special teams working, got your defense working. Now we want to see our offense punch one in.
Yeah, we'll see. We can be very aggressive here with the ball on the 48-yard line. See if they take a shot down the field. See if 7 is more calm than he was the last series before that one.
And Don, with the wind blowing now to the back of the Spartans, might be shot time.
Yeah,
here.
I won't be surprised to see a shot here.
It's going to be the handoff into the hands of Kevon King. Bring up a second down and 9 as he picks up 1. We saw this last year. Virginia State's a very aggressive defense. Especially up front. Great job by the defensive line for Virginia State as NSU comes out with a second down and 9. 1 deep safety for the Trojans as Carter looks to take off, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not much more than that. Again, the yardage number doesn't look great right now for Norfolk State because, again, this is just their second possession of the ball game. And so it'll bring up a third down and 9 for Carter and the Spartan offense. Carter sends his man in motion on his third down. They're going to flag it out. Making the hit catches Kevon King, but coming up and making the hit for Virginia State is Quindarian Miles. And that'll bring up a fourth down situation for NSU.
That's a great job by the Virginia State defense in being stout, getting after it up front. If I'm Norfolk State, it'll be nice to see some motion, some misdirection, something to kind of slow this pass rush down so we can see that offense move again.
So we'll see the Spartans come out for their first opportunity punting the football as the Aussie onto the field. The punt is away, and making the reception for NSU is Jalen Pretlow. For VSU is Pretlow. inside the 20 down at the 19-yard line. And that's where the Trojans will start this drive with 1:09 left in this first quarter. Time of possession is going to look very, very skewed here in this first quarter. Again, 2 possessions for NSU here today. And they just haven't. The first one was stopped by a fumble, but since then it's been, just trying to get your feet wet.
Yeah, but definitely time of possession here doesn't tell the whole story. You had a great block from your special teams. They ended up in a touchdown. You had the fumble when the offense was moving the ball pretty well. So outside of that first drive and this third drive here, Norfolk State has been doing pretty well.
Spartans showing blitz as the pass is going to be complete. And a flag is going to be thrown away from the football as Gales makes the reception. As penalty flag is going to be thrown. It's going to be pass interference against Virginia State. Never seen that one before. Away from the football, Jalen Pretlow.
See, that's the emotion and passion we're seeing. Good job by Norfolk State staying disciplined, not retaliating there. If I'm the offensive guy, I'm away from the ball. I can't make that play.
John Hammond in at running back, but see if we can look and see just exactly what happened as the pass interference was near the sideline here. Oh, it's a pick. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty obvious pick. As Pretlow just set a screen there for Vick.
Keep an eye out on that. Running these screens on the backside can easily turn to a screen and go later down the game when the game's on the line.
And that makes it a first down and 20. It's a good job by a camera crew there of making sure we saw exactly what happened. And again, it was away from where the pass went. But the same concept on both sides is the Trojans will come back to the line of scrimmage. Matthews with Hammond in the backfield with them. Again, the Spartans showing blitz. Pass is going to be incomplete. Could have been intercepted there because the ball was thrown closer to Stephen Hall than it was to Hunter.
Definitely interesting route pattern. No receiver came off the ball as if they were getting the ball, as if they almost thought it was going to be a run away or something.
And that's one of those things in this RPO type style offense that you have to be aware now as Virginia State empties the backfield.
Look out for another design quarterback run.
And he doesn't. It's not designed, but he's going to step out of bounds after a pickup of about 5 on the play. And so Matthews picks up 5. It'll be a third down and 15 for the Trojans. And again, you see 2 athletic quarterbacks today. You see the opportunity for those young men to get some yardage in the run game, quarterback run game. And I think if you're Norfolk State, you have to be disciplined on defense, especially you say eye discipline, making sure the guys like Matthews don't get open.
Yeah, especially on these third and longs. The touchdowns last week came on third and long, 3rd and 20. So see if guys can be disciplined when the quarterback starts scrambling.
And the pass is going to be intercepted, tipped away by Khalif Gilmore. We're going to have flags thrown, and into the end zone for the Spartans is Makai Frisbee gets the interception. We have flags thrown on the field. We'll see what it's for. Good job by Gilmore coming off his man in the zone there to tip the ball away. And in the right spot at the right time for Norfolk State was Makai Frisbee. We'll see what the penalty is. It's a roughing the passer against the Spartans. And again, we'll have to see. We'll see what that looks like. As Frisbee took it home for a touchdown, we'll check and see who was the guilty party on that play with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. So the touchdown taken off the field, taken off the scoreboard for Norfolk State because of the penalty.
Yeah, you hate to see it. Got to be more disciplined, especially if you're rushing the quarterback. If you're one step away after the ball's released, you got to let up there.
As Matthews in the shotgun, still stepping back, looking to throw. Pass is going to be incomplete. Intended for no one. I think he was just trying to throw that one away. The Spartans had that covered.
Yeah, good job by coverage there. No one was open. Also, good job by the D-line getting back there, putting pressure on the quarterback.
It'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans, who trail 7-3 with 7 seconds left to go. Seems like a very interesting first quarter. We've seen everything you want to see as the Trojans have a 2nd down and 10. Again, Matthews still looking downfield. Pressure coming. Steps away from pressure and throws it out of bounds. Again, great coverage downfield and good pressure and pursuit by the defensive line. And that's a great way to send us into the second quarter here at Dick Price Stadium. The Spartans get on the board with a block punt and a touchdown, and they lead 7-3 as we go to break. Back to Dick Price Stadium as Norfolk State leads Virginia State 7-3. Let's take a look at that penalty there as roughing the passer was called. And yeah, that was a couple of steps.
Yeah, you got to pull up there. You're too far away to try to make a hit on the quarterback.
That takes 6 off the board for the Spartans. And again, still solid defensively for Norfolk State as they flip the sides of the field. Now you'll see Virginia State with Hammond in the backfield for the 3rd down and 10 for the Trojans. As Matthews send 3 wide receivers out to the far side, drops back to pass. With time, the pass is going to be nearly intercepted again by Mekhi Frisbee, and we're going to have another flag thrown. And this is going to look like maybe hands to the face as Virginia State offensive lineman lost his helmet.
He didn't just lose it. 20 yards down the field.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 6. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Number 74 may remain in the game.
Kyrie Moiston, the guilty party there for the Spartans.
Yeah, this is the time where you want to see your defensive coordinator, see your head coach, get the guys together and calm them down. We're playing great ball on defense. Let's not let emotions get high and we start hurting ourselves with penalties.
1st down and 10 for the Trojans. As the Trojans will come out now at their 42-yard line. 2 personal fouls have kept this drive going as, again, another short pass out in the flat. Pick up the 1st down and more, staying on his feet inside Norfolk State territory. Again is Marquise Smith.
It's the same play they got the big gain in the first quarter. Misdirection, sending the tight end behind the line of scrimmage, really challenging the eye discipline of your linebacker. So far they've been downhill to see if they can have good eye discipline and still stay aggressive.
And the toughest thing for NSU is this is right after roughing the passer as Virginia State's going to look deep. Pass is going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver there, Vincent Ordonez.
But I tell you, he dropped that ball, but that was a great pass from the quarterback there. You like to see him catch that. Norfolk State has to do a good job of not letting receivers get behind them there.
That's good recovery there by Corey Chapman. But again, that brings up a 2nd down for the Trojans. In the backfield, it's going to be Hammond along with Matthews, who's had time to throw the football here. And the Spartans are going to call timeout as they weren't sure of their personnel. Here on that play as NSU trying to get off the field here. Second down and 10 for the Trojans. 14-17 left to go in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout now here on the MEAC Digital Network. Stadium, the biggest issues with 10 penalties that cost them in major times. 2 penalties on this drive. They have 3 for 30 here on the day. 2 personal fouls on this drive, which has kept this drive alive. One which took 6 points off the board, and the other one which gave them a first down.
And almost ended up with a touchdown.
As good job by the Spartans. It was a quarterback keeper there for the Trojans. As Matthews thought he had eluded one person, and he did. As Keyshawn Lynch was stopped in the backfield. But a nice job there by Kendrick Nolan, but being in the right space at the right time. And again, you played in the 3-4 defense in college under Pete Adrian. And as we take this opportunity to look on the field now, 74 offensive linemen for Virginia State. Bruno Alzenwar, the offensive lineman from Bladensburg, Maryland. The transfer from the University of Maryland is down. They're working on him. And a timeout's going to be called on the field. We'll talk about that 3-4 defense when we come back from this timeout. The score is 7-3. Norfolk State still with the lead. 3rd down and 12 when we come back from this timeout as you are watching MEAC football on the MEAC Digital Network. Have you here with us here on this beautiful night in Norfolk as the Trojans have a 3rd down again, and Matthews is in the shotgun. Play action. Spartans bring pressure as the ball's going to be thrown down the field, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. Great play there by the quarterback, Rashawn Matthews, as he hit his receiver in stride. And coming down with the pass is Bird, and the Trojans retake the lead.
Yeah, they did a great job. Norfolk State did a great job of dialing up a blitz. It almost hit home, but when you have a mobile quarterback who can escape that, it makes it very difficult for your defensive backs who are one-on-one with no help at that point.
And again, just got out of the grasp of the hands of Gilmore and got the pass away for 6. As the extra point is on the way, it's up and it is through as we have flags on the play. We'll see what, and they're looking in the direction of the Spartans. And we'll see what the conversation is. Watch out for the football there as you back look. As NSU now trails 10-7. And again, we talk about this drive. It's roughing the snapper there against the Spartans. Another penalty. And on this one drive alone, that's 30 yards to keep drives going.
Yeah.
And then 15 yards to set you up in a tough spot as the Virginia State Trojans will be kicking off from the 50.
Mind you, that those penalties took points off the board and ultimately ended up in a touchdown for Virginia State. It's a 14-point swing, not only losing the lead but losing momentum. But we see if we can get another spark from this Norfolk State kickoff return. And
you mentioned that, Mekhi Frisbee with the interception return for a touchdown earlier. That was called back due to the roughing the pass. And again, the roughing the snapper penalty against NSU. We'll have VSU kicking off from midfield. As Royster will kick off, and this one will be kicked deep and through the end zone. That gives us an opportunity to meet the 3rd person of our broadcast team. Kendall Lanier is on the sideline. We'll send it down for Lanier. Kendall Lanier.
Thank you. Yes, one thing that Coach Vick stressed last week in the loss against Towson is cleaning up those self-inflicted wounds. As you can see here in this past drive, they had 2 personal fouls. You can see on the sideline the coaches and the players notably frustrated because that's something they wanted to clean up from last week. So it'll be about coming into this next quarter much more disciplined.
Their rhythm as well, as the pass is going to be complete out in the flat. Again, getting the ball out of his hands quickly was Izzy Carter, as J.J. Evans was the recipient. A pickup of about 6 on first down. That'll bring up a second down and 4. As the handoff goes to Xavier Evans. Evans picks up 3 on second down. That'll bring up a third down and 1 for the Spartans. And again, Spartans trying to get their run game going. Split backfield. In the backfield now for the Spartans is Evans and Kyron Benjamin. VSU crowding the line of scrimmage. Low snap, handoff, goes to Benjamin over the left side. A lot of room to run for Benjamin as he gets taken down as he crosses into VSU territory. The best run of the day to the 47-yard line. And the Spartans with the first down with 12:45 left to go here in the second quarter. And I think you're starting to see the Spartans start to chip away at this Virginia State defense.
Definitely great job by the left side of the O-line, sealing that edge and giving space for the running back to get to the outside.
As the Trojans see the Spartans come out and play action. Dropping back is Carter. Carter looks out in the flat. Pass is going to be complete.
But I'll tell you what I like about that. That was an anticipatory throw. To throw that ball before the receiver even comes out the break, that's a good thing to see from your quarterback there.
And it's actually going to be incomplete, I'm sorry, as they say Kendrick was not in bounds when he made the reception. That'll bring up a second down and 10. Still like the fact that they're stretching the field a little bit, and you see your wide receivers can make plays on the outside. J.J. Evans, the first reception. And there they target Drayshawn Kendrick. We haven't heard the name of Cameron Thomas yet. Cam had 101 yards receiving last week. As the quarterback's going to keep it, here is Izzy Carter. He hurdles defender, gets down to the 40-yard line before he's taken down. That'll bring up a third down for NSU. Making the stop for the Trojans was Scarlett. And you see here the athleticism. Scarlett gets him up top. And a third down and short. Spartans look to go quickly. And Evans gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll bring up a third down for NSU. And 1, and the Spartans will huddle.
So definitely would like to see Norfolk State get back to getting the ball to their playmakers in space. You see the last time they had a really successful drive, they were getting the ball to the receivers, to the running backs with space to make some plays.
It will be 4th down and 1 for NSU. The Spartans were lined up in the I formation. There for the first time with Akeem Wright at fullback. And Izzy Carter under center. And the snap is going to be fumbled. And it's going to be picked up by Virginia State. And with a clear path to the end zone, here is Free Safety Donovan Howard, and he'll take it back for the score. (16-7) now your score, Virginia State, with back-to-back scores. As Carter didn't get the snap cleanly, and then the ball just trickled away, and no one was there but Virginia State. And picking it up was Howard, and Howard gets it into the end zone for the score.
Good job by Virginia State scooping that ball up and getting it into the end zone, but Norfolk State, you can't have those very simple elementary mistakes. Snapping the ball is one of the most fundamental things in any football game.
And one of the things you talk about, Don, is just being – it's something different because you don't really see this offense, might have been the first time this offense I might have been under center with Israel Carter. So, again, it's one of those situations you know the Spartans are going to try to move quickly. And just got to handle the small things as the extra point is on the way. And it's going to be blocked.
Another block. That's
and
a live
it's going
ball.
to be picked up by Virginia State. And the score is going to remain 16-7. And again, good job there by the Spartan special teams making the play. They've had the upper hand today. The Spartans have to control the football. 16-7 is your score with 11:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Timeout taken on the field. We'll take it with them as the Spartans trail by 9 here in the second quarter on the MEAC Digital Network. The score from Donovan Howard, and the Trojans will kick it away, and it will be picked up by NSU, and making one man miss, but not making the third and fourth man miss for NSU was Jalen White, and the Spartans will start deep in their own territory at their own 12.
So, Ross, it'll be interesting to see how Norfolk State comes out here. We'll get back to some of the spacing routes, getting the ball to our receivers in space, see if they can make some plays happen, spreading out the formation, getting some easy runs for our quarterback, or maybe trying to get our running back to the edge.
And we've seen some success, but today, not a lot from Kevon King, who will check in as the Spartans look to go quickly. And the pass is going to be caught by J.J. Evans for the first down. And they do exactly what you say. Spread them out, quick slant, and a first down out to the 23-yard line.
Quick, higher percentage throws, get the ball to our receivers, calm our quarterback down, get some confidence in the offense.
And a huge run by Kevon King. King spreads them out, and the Spartans get a first down out past the 45 to the 46-yard line. And the Spartans still want to go fast here as quarterback keeper now. Here's Carter. He steps outside, and he's going to get taken down after pickup of 1. And I like the tempo here for the Spartans as we see the Spartans maybe cramping up a little bit as King gets to the sideline.
Yeah, it's not as hot as it normally is, but it's still Virginia weather. If you're not careful, you'll cramp up pretty quickly out here.
As Carter with the second down and 9. Hands it off to Benjamin. And Benjamin's running the wrong direction, and he's going to lose about 5.
I'll tell you, good job by Virginia State defense of making sure they set an edge there. Norfolk State kind of went to that play maybe one too many times. Been very successful. Been successful going to the left side of the field for them, not so much the right side.
In there is Makai Mitchell, the University of Arizona transfer for the Trojans, and it'll bring up a third down, and we'll say 13. As Carter will drop back to pass with time, not anymore. He's going to get tripped up in the backfield.
Good job by Virginia State, able to get pressure with just their front four. You definitely would like to see your offensive line hold up a little bit better there. This quarterback has some options down the field.
As the punting unit will come back out. Marco Perry will come out. He'll stand at his own 21-yard line. As the Spartans, 8:50 left to go here in the quarter. We'll get this one away, and it should be a penalty, and it will be a penalty. As Perry was sandwiched. I don't know how that punt got away.
I mean, good job getting the ball off, but you can't let 3 guys come free at your punter like that. You got to do a much better job of being stout. I mean, up to that point, special teams have played very well in this game. They got a touchdown from special teams, a nice spark on the kickoff return. We'll see if Coach Woodbury can get that fixed.
And we'll see what that is. Is there going to be a 15-yarder, or is that going to be a 5-yarder? Even if it's a 15-yarder, it's a personal foul. You should get the first down.
Automatic first down.
We'll see what the conversation is.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense number 5, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
There it is. The Spartans will come back on the field offensively. And I want to credit Marco Peary because he took that hit like a champ there. Here it is. Good snap. As two players came up, and that's amazing how that ball snuck through those two individuals. But again, there's a difference between going for the football and they went for the body.
Well, that's the difference in coaching. If you look at the block that Norfolk State got, arms extended, low, trying to take it off the foot, where the Virginia State defenders just coming through, jumping at air, hoping they hit something.
As Carter comes back out, and the Spartans will keep this drive alive. We've seen that a lot here this quarter, as both teams have allowed drives to continue. On Virginia State's drive, they scored a touchdown. We'll see what the Spartans can do here.
It's definitely a place where you could be very aggressive here, take a shot down the field. As
Carter looks to take a shot, throws it out in the flat. Pass is going to be complete to Thomas. Thomas with a good stutter step there. He picks up 5 on first down. And it looked like the Spartans were trying to take a shot there to Kendrick. And Cam Thomas has been quiet. Yeah. But we talked about his ability out in space, what he can do.
That's definitely, you want to get him the ball, see what he can do in space, make defenders miss. You got to do something to shore up the right side, maybe put a tight end over there to stretch out that sideline so a defender can't get in so quickly. But several times we've tried to take shots down the field, but we need just a few more seconds to do so.
As Carter drops back to pass again, steps up, runs into traffic. Now running away, steps away from a defender, picks up the first down. And again, a lot of running there, but a quality job of Israel Carter picking up the first down as he was chased by Ja'Shawn Alston, the redshirt junior from Norfolk.
So there's an interesting spot to be in. You're kind of on that fringe of a field goal. You may be able to take a shot here in the end zone, see if you can sneak one in. Try to play that chess match of getting the ball back for a 2-minute drill. Let's see what the offense does here.
As Carter will empty the backfield. Low snap. And
there goes again that passion versus emotion. Which team can stay disciplined? Which team can stay poised? It's probably going to end up being the difference in this game here.
Spartans walking backwards.
Five-yard penalty. It's first down.
The guilty party there was Cam Thomas, so it'll be a first down and 15. And playing from behind the sticks, that's a tough space to be in. That's a tough place to be in. The Spartans now first down and 15. And again, this gives Virginia State an opportunity to pin their ears back on this first down play. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the far for Carter, who's in the shotgun.
Yeah, definitely gives them an opportunity to put some pressure on the quarterback. Let the defenders play off in zone and try to keep everything in front of them.
As King Wright on the drag route there picks up 3 on first down. I like that if you're Israel Carter. Go back to King Wright, who fumbled on the first possession. Make sure you show that you have faith in him. And good job there going across the middle for Wright and being chased down by middle linebacker Mekhi Johnson.
Yeah, good job, good pitch and catch from the quarterback. I mean, it was a good catch even in the first quarter. It was just a great play by the defender to lodge that thing out of there.
As Carter again drops back to pass. Looking downfield, throws the ball into the ground. Looking for J.J. Evans. Looked like a little wheel route there and was run by.
He had some guys
out
open.
Of the backfield.
Yeah, he had some guys open to the right side of the field, but with so much pressure coming in his face, he couldn't really see it. Just try to get the ball out and not take a sack. It's a good job by the quarterback there.
They'll bring up a 3rd down and 12. Carter will come back to the line of scrimmage.
One of the difficult things for a quarterback, especially a young quarterback, is to try to get all of these yards back. But sometimes just get enough yards, put yourself in field goal range, can be a win here.
Darrell McMillan will get.
It's 3rd down.
Darrell McMillan will be guilty of the false start there for the Spartans. And it'll bring up a 3rd down, and we'll say 17.
First time we see a tight bunch formation here from Norfolk State University.
As it's going to be an end around there for Cam Thomas. Thomas tries to hurdle a defender, runs into the defender, picks up 7 yards, gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
We'll see what Norfolk State does here. Like I mentioned, this that fringe spot where punt, field goal.
And we'll see the punting unit come out for the second time on this drive with 6 minutes to go. As the Trojans.
Okay.
We'll see some trickeration from the Spartans. Now they go back into their normal punt formation. As it should be a delay of game, and it will be a delay of game.
Yeah, I understand it there, man. That's a tough place to punt. You want to try to pin them inside the 10-yard line, but from the 40, pretty much any kick that you're going to put up is going to go into the end zone. Also, see the Norfolk State trying to make sure that they're not getting rushed up the middle. So the trickery there is designed to put the defense in safe mode, so everyone backs up, and your kicker can get the ball off clean.
In true Pete Adrian fashion there, they declined the penalty, so it will make the Spartans punt from the 40-yard line. Peary will stand in his own territory as the punt is away. End over end, high kick. What you want to do, and the Spartans will down it inside the 5.
Great job by Norfolk State there.
At the 2-yard line. Great job there by Peary. End over end kick and bounced right into the hands of Winoti.
Yeah, if we can come out with some penalty-free football here, Norfolk State has a great opportunity to either force a punt from the end zone or themselves get the ball back where the offense can score.
And again, the Spartans with all 3 of their timeouts, they will get the football to start the third quarter. But a stop is needed here.
So backed up, expect a direct run or a shot coming.
As the Spartans will jump off sides. And let's see if they were drawn off sides or if someone moved from Virginia State. And both sides are pointing at each other. We'll see what the call is.
Offside, causing the offense to react. Defense number 11. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Toby Johnson, the referee today, makes the call. And
Maybe
again,
he's mimicking a snap there or something, trying to draw the offense off sides.
For NSU now, that's 7 penalties for 60 yards.
We'll see if they stick to it. Last time, you can tell they were trying to go for a shot down here at the bottom. And they go right back to it.
And a little hand fighting as Frisbee was jousting with Gales. They'll bring up a second down. A lot of man coverage there. Frisbee's had a solid game here today for Norfolk State. Should have had a touchdown here today. But he's had a couple pass breakups. That time it was step to step.
Definitely played well. Definitely played well. He's got to be good at situational football. Again, backed up is always going to be a shot or a direct run.
As the Trojans come back out on second down. Back in the backfield is Armstrong. The pass is going to be complete over the middle. And enough for the first down is Malik Hunter. He'll pick up the first on the screen there outside the 15 to the 17-yard line. And Virginia State looks to move quickly.
Yeah, they're going a little, not quite hurry up, just up tempo.
And there'll be a handoff running left side, trying to get the edge was Rose. Nothing doing there as the Spartan defense was right on the task. And I think, again, check that wasn't Rose, that was Mordecai. You look at it, if you're Norfolk State defensively, just make the play in front of you. Get some pressure on the quarterback. We want to see this offense get in rhythm.
Definitely. They're doing a great job of setting the edge there. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. If they can stop them here and give our offense some time to really put in a good 2-minute drill, that'll be a win for the defense.
As a quick pass over the middle, the dump pass is going to be complete into the hands of Bird. Bird, who has a touchdown today, picks up 8 yards on second down. Will bring up a third down and 2.
We really see Virginia State trying to attack the seams, whether it's quick curls or a drag route or in-breaking route. We see how Norfolk State adjusts to this.
As Mordecai will line up in the backfield, pistol look for the Trojans. Pass is going to be complete again. Same play. That should be a hold.
That play has been big for them.
But don't worry about it. It's going to come back as big number 86, Khalil Hazelwood, the tight end from Dinwiddie, Virginia, right around the corner from Virginia State. Got a handful of jersey and actually put them down.
Definitely.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
But at some point, Ross, we got to take a look at that play. Anytime we get that pistol set, it's been the same play every single time. 3 plays, 3 explosive passes. We got to make sure we get that bottled up.
It just scrapes it as that H-back. From that H-back spot, scrapes down the line of scrimmage. And just no one seems to run with them there on the defense side. And it's kind of hard because you're trying to play your run fits there. And then you
that's where communication comes in. If you see Y off, signal to the other side. Hey, Y off. The only time we see this formation is when they're running this route. Let the guys on the other side of the field know what's coming. Defense should be the loudest place in the stadium. Communicating back and forth with you guys, make sure everyone's all on the same page.
That'll bring up a third down and 9 after the penalty. As it's going to be a quick screen over the middle and picking up near first down yardage, but not enough. Looks like it was Hazelwood. Excuse me, Gruntwell. Let's see what he gets. It'll bring up a first down.
Definitely looked a little closer to a fourth down or that would be.
As Virginia State will pick up another first down. 130 yards passing today for the Trojans. And they'll look for some more as the pressure comes. And rolling out to the right side and heaving the ball down the field where there's no one but a Spartan.
That's a great effort there to get that ball. I mean, if you're a quarterback, if you're throwing the ball away, you got to throw the ball out of bounds just for plays just like that.
And that's what the coordinators are telling the young man, Rashawn Matthews Jr., the redshirt freshman from Delaware. Stephon Hall was the only person close to that football. And we'll have another penalty on Norfolk State.
Yeah, you love the aggressiveness of trying to get after the quarterback. You just have to be mindful if you're one step away, or more than one step away from him as the ball is thrown, you have to pull up.
We're on the snap, right? Incomplete pass.
As it's 2:30 left to go in at the second quarter, and another opportunity for Virginia State. As Matthews will line up in the shotgun. The handed off running left side is Mordecai trying to stay on his feet and does. As he picks up a yard, maybe 2 before he stopped. That'll bring up a second down for the Trojans and a stoppage of play. As Norfolk State will take it to maybe try to get them some time with the 2-minute timeout coming up in 16 seconds.
Definitely. So if a timeout here, because you have the 2-minute that acts as if it's its own timeout. If Norfolk State can get a stop here again, it gives your offense an opportunity to get out, put some points on the board, knowing that they get the ball first coming back in the second half.
And again, what has been the issue today for Norfolk State has been penalties. 9 penalties, 80 yards here in the first half, and we're talking about 4 of those penalties now being personal fouls.
Yes, and then the penalty is also leading to touchdowns.
And you look at the other numbers today. Virginia State, 32 plays, 157 yards. Norfolk State, 25 for 98. As Matthews is 9 of 18 today. He has a touchdown. Norfolk State is 7 of 10 with Izzy Carter at the quarterback position. Carter has 35 yards tonight passing, 63 yards rushing today which is a good sign for Norfolk State, as they have rushed for 4.2 yards per carry today.
Well, we've been our own enemies with the penalties. It stalls any momentum we've had on offense, momentum we've had on defense. It'll be interesting to see how Norfolk State adjusts coming out the second half. 9 penalties in the first half. When you had 9 penalties in the first game, is not a good sign.
As NSU will have a second down and 8. Excuse me, VSU will have a second down and 8. The Spartans showing blitz. It's Matthews. We'll see the Spartans fall out of the blitz, and the pass is going to be complete.
Good job.
Pick up of about 5 for Bird. And for the third time tonight, we've seen someone try to hurdle a defender. Hasn't been very successful, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. And Virginia State will have a third down and 3 when we come back from this timeout. Can the Trojans keep the chains moving? Can the Spartans get a stop? We'll find out when we come back from this break on the MEAC Digital Network. Trojans need 3 yards to keep this drive moving with 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The pistol look that you said, and we've seen it a few times today. The same formation as Smith lines up in the H-back spot, as it's going to be the same play and the same result as Smith will have another
same play,
first
same
down.
result. Again, at some point, we got to be able to communicate across field that this play is coming.
As it'll be a first down for the Trojans at the Norfolk State 38-yard line.
And Ross, it's such a weird formation to be in Max Pro on 3rd and short like that. You typically would see that double Y off if it's 1st and 10 or if it's 2nd and short, but not 3rd and short.
Quick play action by the quarterback there. As he was trying to throw the football, he picks up 5 on first down. As Major Dillard makes a stop, it'll be a second down. We'll say 6 for the first down. A long 5 for the Trojans. Clock moving with 1:30 left to go here in the second quarter.
Still some time for Norfolk State to get a stop, give the offense some time to make a play.
As the pass is complete on the slant. Their pass is complete into the hands of Pretlow. Inside the 25 to the 24. As Jones makes a stop. And Gilmore on that play was just coming on the other side. They flipped the formation there, and Gilmore sort of ran right past that play. He could have been in the spot for an interception as well, as the Spartans see the Trojans come out first down and 10. As time for the quarterback looking downfield and throwing the ball away was Matthews again.
Great pressure from the D-line to get it, force the quarterback off his spot. Good job in the defense, the backs covering. Nobody's really open downfield. Had to throw the ball away.
As NSU, see Kyrie Moiston come to the sideline. Favoring his right ankle.
You hope that's not a major injury. That he's been a big presence in this defensive line this entire game.
As the Spartans showing blitz. As Dalen Long in now for NSU, and we're going to have a stoppage of play.
Timeout, Virginia State. Their second of the half. 30 seconds in length.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout with 49 seconds to go here in the first half. This is going to be huge for the Spartans to hold Virginia State to 3 or less here on this possession. As the ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line, and Don, and these moments here as a defensive football player, again, just being solid is the biggest key. Point reading your keys and making sure that you're in the right spot. The Spartans have been in the right spot a lot of times tonight. Being disciplined has been a little bit of the issue. Again, we see it penalties, 9 penalties for 80 yards. We just have to play smart and play clean.
And that's what it's all about, playing smart, fast, physical football. Like I said earlier, I love the aggression that I'm seeing from the defense. We've got to make sure we're disciplined. DBs have to be careful when the quarterback starts scrambling, not to lose their man. That's happened a couple of times to us. But if we can get a stop here, that'll be huge for our offense. Again, even with 49 seconds left, we can get a stop here, get them a little time to maybe get a field goal or a touchdown in a 2-minute drill.
As Matthews comes back out, 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Matthews looking downfield, throws the ball in double coverage and out of bounds. And that stops the clock.
We see a flag from the far end of the field here.
And we'll see what that is. And it's waved off. The ball was thrown 5 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, uncatchable ball. But it's definitely an interesting flag to come from that far away when there's a referee right in front of the play.
I would have had to see the pass interference as well on that pass. He was thrown out of bounds. But, again, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. And today, Virginia State on 3rd down, 4 of 7. Norfolk State 1 of 5 today on 3rd down with 44 seconds left. We'll see how the Spartans play this as they crowd the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10.
Back again with that pistol set.
As the pressure comes, Matthews steps out. Pass is going to be thrown, and we're going to have flags thrown. Incomplete pass. And if you're Coach Vick, do you accept this penalty? I think you do, actually, to make this field goal a little bit difficult. Or
well, it's a time management game at this point.
Offense number 55, 10-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
So knowing that the team is already down a punter, so you don't know who's going to be either holding or kicking for them. So it's not an ideal situation for Virginia State University. You only have 39 seconds left in the game.
And I think that's one of the biggest things. If offense is moving the ball a little bit better, then you might try it with 39 seconds. You might see that short field goal. But again, with the offense playing the way it's playing, you trust your defense here and force either a long field goal attempt or a chance for them to go for it on 4th down. 3rd down and long for Matthews as he drops back and pass. Rolling right side, and he's going to get taken down.
Good job by the defense here. Great job by the defense.
And a timeout is going to be taken as Matthews gets up slowly as he was corralled in the pocket there. Good job of collapsing the pocket on Matthews. And the Spartans have gotten some pressure on him. And that time they got to him before he was able to get the ball away.
Great job of collapsing the pocket, not giving the quarterback a space to escape, as we've seen happen several times in this game. That's a great job by the D-line.
Do you attempt a field goal here? Do you punt the ball away if you're Virginia State? From this space, it'll be about a 52-yard attempt. Wind swirling across the field here at Dick Price Stadium.
Well, it's tough to tell. I didn't get a chance to look at their kickers in pregame to see where they're warming up from. But you would think that 35 is the standard of where you want to get to in collegiate ball to attempt a long field goal. They're 2 yards past that.
I believe the punting unit is going to come onto the field, and Norfolk State's going to.
So the biggest thing, aggressive but no penalties.
31 seconds left. Jalen Laudermilk goes back to return the punt. The Spartans want to play this one safe. And it's going to be a fake and getting close to the first down, but not enough. As they were a 4th down and 23 for the Trojans. And I think the Trojans think they have a first down as they were about 9 yards short. Hale was the ball carrier, and so the Spartans offensively will get the football.
It's an interesting time to run a fake there on 4th and 22.
Yeah, and you give that play up now. So if it's something in the second half that you wanted to try, you don't have that anymore in your arsenal. Maybe a 3rd down, a 4th down and short.
Right.
You get that play up. It's probably could have punted the ball and maybe even been Spartans deeper. I know you've struggled, but this didn't look like the Spartans were rushing on that play.
Okay, 25 seconds left in the game.
In the first half, at least.
Well, in the first half, I apologize. 2 timeouts. We can work the sideline here.
As Carter looks out for Evans. Evans has the pass go in and out of his hands. It'll be a second down for NSU.
Yeah, with 2 timeouts, we can be aggressive here. We don't have to just work the sidelines. You can work the middle of the field. Again, I mean, you're really trying to get to a point where you can kick a field goal. A touchdown would be nice, but a field goal is 3 points to get the ball coming back in the second half. It really can get you closer to getting this lead.
The pass going to be complete out to Cam Thomas. Thomas gets out of bounds, and we're going to have a flag thrown as well. It's going to be a face mask. Let's see who's against. With 17 seconds, Thomas getting out of bounds. We'll see what you get.
After the play was over, personal fouls, face mask. Offense number 13. Penalized half the distance to the goal. The down counts. It's third down.
Once again, we see penalties killing the momentum of the Spartans. We have to address this in the end of the first half, definitely.
That's the 10th penalty for the Spartans here today. And that makes it a third down and long in Virginia State with a few timeouts left. They might be able to
just run a ball.
Get his back as the handoff goes to Loudermilk. Loudermilk with the first down and more, sidesteps a tackle out to the 35-yard line. The Spartans with 1 timeout remaining. As the Spartans will clock it here. And so they'll get one more opportunity with 7 seconds left.
Yeah, I may take my time out there.
Well, now we'll see with 7 seconds if you get something over the middle and you can get down quickly, as Virginia State is in a prevent. Carter's going to drop it off to Loudermilk out of the backfield. Loudermilk stays on his feet, picks up the first down, still on his feet. And that'll be the end of the first half. And that'll take us to halftime. Spartans with a big game to end the quarter, but it's not enough as the Spartans trail on the 16-7 going into the break. Don, as you look at this first half, and one of the biggest things we can say is penalties have hurt the Spartans in a major way. That big touchdown drive that they had in the second quarter was aided by penalties, a roughing the passer, and then another penalty that really, really hurt the Spartans. And I think we talked about it coming into the ball game. Coach Vick talked about it the whole week. Discipline is going to be the way you win these games.
Definitely, and especially since we've seen the Spartans do some great things offensively and defensively. But the momentum killer has been penalties. We've got to do a better job of not roughing a passer, understanding where we are on the field when that ball is thrown, making sure that we're not getting DPI, OPIs, whatever the situation is. If we can tighten up on the penalties, there's still a lot of time in this game. We're doing a good job of stalling their offense. We're doing a good job of moving the ball in their defense. We just got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. And
those are drive killers. You talk about small things, false starts, which makes it 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. So you've been playing behind the sticks. Other thing that the Spartans are going to have to look at, 4 for 8 on third down conversions for Virginia State. That's a 50% clip. You have to credit them for making those plays. But again, they're just looking to go deep against the Spartans, and the Spartans have gotten some pressure. They've held up on the back end a lot, but they've got to make sure that they do some of those things that can force those turnovers like they had in that first half.
And definitely, and one of the Achilles heels of the Spartans defense has been, how do they stop this pistol look with double Y off? Because they've run the exact same play, and each time they've run that play, it's been either a huge gain or a first down. We're seeing that in weird times, a formation like that, third and long, we know what's coming. We'll see if the defense can communicate it and stop it in the second half.
And I think if you look at this ball game, you see the score is 16-7. You say it's not a wide gap. It's not a wide gap at all. The Spartans just have to find that momentum offensively, and I think we talk about how do you get that spark? How do you get it? Has Izzy Carter played well today? I think he has. I think he's thrown the ball well. You have to get that running game going. The Spartans have run for 85 yards here tonight. Just have to be more consistent. You know, Coach Vick wants to get settled in the run game. And, again, Kevon King has had a solid first half. Going to have to keep him going.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff did a really good job of settling down their young quarterback, making sure that they get him, some plays on the edge to calm him down with the run, some easy passes to receivers in open space. We'll see if they get back to that in the second half. Again, but we have to cut down the penalties to give ourselves the chance to win.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more on the halftime show here on the MEAC Digital Network. 7, Ross Gordon now joined by Don Carey. We teased him a little bit to start the ball game. Former NFL player, started his career right here in Norfolk, down the street at Booker T. Washington High School. You went all of a half a mile, if that, to Norfolk State. You were Pete Adrian's first recruit here at Norfolk State, and now it's full circle. Now you're talking the game here at the place where you played it in college.
Well, certainly an honor to come back and be able to give back in this way. I mean, Pete Adrian gave me the chance that nobody else wanted to give me. Gave me a scholarship, first person in my family to play in college, and he told me, if you stick with me, I have the tools to get you to the NFL, and he did just that.
You talk about what you did. You were not only a corner, but you were a safety here. They got you to the highest level, and you played a while. And we talked about it earlier. Special teams is where you made your career in the NFL, not only with the Lions. You got drafted first, I believe, Jacksonville. Well, you ended up in Jacksonville your first year, but you were drafted by the Browns. And I think one of the things that you look at, and when you talk about a career and longevity, you have to find a way to make yourself valuable, and you did a great job on the special teams there.
Yeah, definitely, man. Had a strong career there as a starter for about 4 or 5 years, but injuries plagued me. But I met an older veteran who told me, if you want to extend your career, learn how to beat a vice on special teams. And at that time, when I was at Norfolk State, I don't really play special teams here, so it was a skill I had to learn. But taking on that skill extended my career that should have been 4 or 5 years to 10 years.
And one of the things we talk about, your guidance have helped some NFL-bound Spartans stay in the league. Bobby Price right now with the Washington Commanders has made his career on the special teams end.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about special teams for someone coming out of Norfolk State is it gives you the time to learn how to play football on the next level. Bobby Price was an amazing talent when he was here. He just needs that time to become who he's going to be on the next level, and we see him doing that now.
Thank you, Don, for your time. When we come back, we'll have more and get you set for the second half right here on the MEAC Digital Network.
Look, last week's game drew in around 19,000 people, and tonight is expected to bring in even more. I spoke to Norfolk State's athletic director earlier this week, and she says ticket sales are up 80% since Michael Vick took the head coaching job. There's certainly been a lot of buzz and national attention around this team. And when I talked to Coach Vick earlier this week, he said now that the first game is under their belt, they're ready to just excel and be like everyone else. They want to enter a period of normality and just get better.
Norfolk State gets the football to come out of the break. It's going to be key for them to get something on the board.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to, again, seeing our receivers get the ball out in space. Can we get the ball in our running backs' hands out on the edge? Some quick, easy, calming plays for our quarterback to get them back settled down. And, again, defensively, can we stop the penalties? Can we recognize formations? And can we get off the field on third down? And
for Virginia State, you look at their offense, they've been solid throwing the football. They've been a one-dimensional team, though. They've done more throwing than rushing. That's not what we've typically seen from them. It's going to be interesting to see if we can, as a fan base, see this become a knockout slugfest like you would see in FCS ball games, right. Division I, Division II ball games, to see if the Spartans can impose their will.
Yeah, definitely. So from Virginia State's standpoint, I would expect them to continue to get the ball in our seams, continue to try to hit us with misdirections and see if they can get the quarterback and open in space to make some plays against our D-line.
And it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments both teams are coming out of the break make. I think if you look at this game, the crowd has been effective, has been has been a part of it, but you want to see a little bit more. You want to see either from both sides. You want to see how this game can translate from the sidelines to the stands and see how the fans can get involved now.
Well, definitely have plenty of time to do so. A 16-7 game. If we get a touchdown here, the fans are going to be right back in this game.
165 yards passing for Virginia State, 63 for Norfolk State. The Spartans have run for 85, only 36 for VSU. The Spartans, 148 yards of total offense, 201 for Virginia State, as the wind starting to pick up here a little bit at Dick Price Stadium as the kick is away, and it will be driven back to Jason Winody at the 5-yard line. Winody with a couple big returns last week, with a solid return here as he's driven down out past the 30-yard line to the 31, and the Spartans offensively back on the field. And we have some pushing and shoving after the play, as this has been chippy, which you expect from a Virginia State Norfolk State football game.
Yeah, historically this has always been a high emotion game with these teams really recruiting from the same exact place. I mean, they come to the 757 to grab players. A lot of these players have played together in high school. So it's definitely a familiarity here, is why you can kind of throw the records, you can throw the stats, you can throw the conference out the window when these two teams meet.
I formation as the handoff goes to Kevon King on the left side. King powers his way forward out past the 35 to the 40, a pickup of about 7. And that's one change that we see out of halftime, under center, and the I formation for the Spartans, getting King going downhill.
And that's not a bad idea. Definitely switching it up, something that Virginia State may not be prepared for, because Norfolk State is a shotgun team. So coming out, establishing the run, we can see if we can loosen them up so the quarterback can get some good plays down the field or open field.
Another handoff to King, rushing the left side, has a hole, picks up the first down and more before he's pushed out of bounds out near midfield. As a matter of fact, he gets into Virginia State territory, and again, a little bit gimpy coming off the field there is Kevon King. He started the second half solid gains on the ground.
But again, we see 2 runs, particularly to our left side, which seems to be the strength of our offensive line. Let's see if we can continue going on with that.
As Carter looks over the defense, sends a man in motion. As the handoff goes to Benjamin. Again, in between the tackles, a big hole there. As it's not Benjamin, he picks up 10 on the play. Xavier Evans picks up a first down inside the 40, down to the 37.
It's a great rhythm here. Norfolk State's coming right down, smash mouth football, running the ball directly at Virginia State.
And it's right between the tackles, in between the tackles there for the Spartans, as Evans stays in the backfield. As Carter drops back to pass with time, steps up in the pocket, has some room to run. Trying to break it outside, breaks the tackle. Gets forced out of bounds as he picks up 6 on the play. And again, coming out of halftime, the Spartans offense has relied on its ground game to get things going.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. Who can make the right adjustments coming out of the first half to give their team the best chance to win? Norfolk State, heavy throwing the ball in the first half, coming out second half, smash mouth football right at Virginia State, doing a great job moving the ball down the field.
Carter sends Laudermilk in motion. Laudermilk had a good end to this first half as Carter drops back to pass. Pass is going to be complete to Thomas. He's wide open on the drag. Stays on his feet inside the 20. Takes a couple steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And again, time for Carter because you were able to run the football. And then Carter doing a good job of finding his receivers.
Definitely a strong run game. It does so much. It prevents the D-line from pinning their ears back to come at you. It gives your quarterback time to throw the ball. They're able to clear it out and hit 13 on a shallow route. Great play.
Thomas, who's had a interesting day, face mask on the last drive, but he's been very effective here when he catches the football out in space as Carter awaits the snap. Again, hands it off to Kevon King. King makes a cut in between the tackles, picks up maybe 5. Down to the 11-yard line before he's brought down. It'll bring up a second down. We'll say 6. As we send it down to the sideline quickly for Kevon King. Kendall, what you have?
Yeah, last week the offense struggled to get King involved in the offense. When I talked to Coach Vick, he says that they want to put the ball in their hands of their best guys, and King is one of their top playmakers. They said he also wants him to step in more of a leadership role as well.
Thank you, Kendall, as Izzy Carter gets the quarterback keeper and a flag is thrown. We have an indication of a hold against NSU. We'll see who the guilty party is as Toby Johnson comes up with the call.
But I tell you what I love about this play is our first time really seeing misdirection from Norfolk State University. Again, they're switching it up, making the type of adjustments you need to make coming out of the first half to give their team a chance to win. So we see what else they got cooked up for us here.
Second down and 16 now for NSU as Evans checks back into the backfield as the ball will be spotted at the 22. Carter will keep it, take off, and his forward progress is going to be stopped inside the 20. A pickup of about 3 on the play. It'll bring up a third down for NSU. Definitely in field goal range now for NSU. And you'd like to see the start offense punch one in for 6.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. Don't retreat. You don't want to take a sack here. Worst case scenario, throw the ball away. We'll take 3 points and see if our defense can get a quick stop and get us back out here on offense.
As Carter lines up in the shotgun. Waits the snap, drops back the pass with time. Pass is going to be, it should be a flag thrown there.
He got there a little early.
Incomplete. Looking for Thomas. And coming over Thomas's back. There was Howard. We'll take a look at it and see if he got there early. Actually, that's the play before where progress of Carter was stopped. And now we'll see field goal unit come out for NSU. As Helfrich, the Wake Forest, North Carolina native, comes out to attempt it from 36 yards. Snap is good. The kick is away. It's high enough. It's long enough. It is up. And it is through. So with 10:15 left to go in the third quarter, the Spartans strike first here to start this quarter. And it will be Virginia State's turn to see if they can answer here as we begin the third quarter.
Definitely would like to see a touchdown there. Once again, penalties kind of stalled that. But we're trending in the right direction. Norfolk State is able to move the ball. We've got to be able to finish those plays with touchdowns.
We'll take a timeout on the field. 16-10 is your score. The Trojans lead by 6 with 10:15 left to go in the third quarter on the MEAC Digital Network. As NSU trailing now by 6. Here now in the third quarter with 10:15 left to go, but it's a good pace drive for NSU. A good way to start this third quarter as Peter will come out to kick this ball away. He'll get it away, gets it off. It's going to be high. It's going to be deep. Taken at the 5-yard line. Looking for space, bouncing it outside.
It's a good job by the kicker trying to pin the returner to the sideline on the kickoff.
And the return is out to the 25. We have a penalty flag. And we've seen a lot of them here today. As the Spartans will hear this call. Let's see who it goes against.
Spot foul. Doing a return, holding. Return team, number 9. 10-yard penalty, first down, Virginia State.
It'll be a hold against Virginia State. As Toby Johnson.
So let's see what adjustments Coach Garvin made in the second half.
As Spartans were there a lot defensively. Just have to make some adjustments here in this third quarter as we see Brandon Rose back in at tailback. He's behind Sean Matthews. Matthews will hand it off to Rose, rushing left side. Not much doing there until he breaks the tackle. Stays on his feet, and the best run of the night for the Trojans. Gets out past the 30 to the 35.
So we see both teams who were pass happy in the first half coming out running the ball.
It's a solid run there as we saw Rose break a tackle. Run through a couple arm tackles there to pick up solid yardage in the first down. And the injured Spartan on the field for NSU. It is Stephen Hall, the 6'2", 190-pound sophomore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The transfer from Youngstown State is on the field, getting checked out. We'll take a timeout as the training staff works on Hall. We'll take a timeout as you're watching MEAC football right here on the MEAC Digital Network. Picks up a first down on the first rush. Back in the backfield. It's going to be, again, for the Trojans, Brandon Rose. Rose stopped there by Nowling for NSU. Bring up a second down and 6. Two wide receivers split to either side for Rashawn Matthews. As Rose stays to the right of Matthews, pass is going to be complete out in the flat, making the reception.
Good job out of DB there, closing in, short tackle.
As Smith is the intended recipient. First time we haven't seen Smith run in that H-back position catching a pass today.
It's very interesting. Both teams come out brand new formations. We didn't see the traditional pistol set from Virginia State in the first half. It was always with that double Y off. They come out, the first 3 plays are runs out of that pistol set. Now we see them in third down getting back to their spread. But again, we see that Y off with a motion, so we'll see what happens here. And they're going back to the well.
And it's going to be incomplete. It was the right play as, again, Marquis Smith snuck, instead of going down the line of scrimmage, snuck out of the backfield and wearing up the seam that time. Had a nice job of finding him, but just felt the defensive back coming over to make the play.
Great job by Coach Garvin, letting the guys know, hey, this play is coming. We can see they're ready for it. A play that gashed the defense 3-4 times in the first half didn't work here in the second half. We may not see that play again.
Loudermilk will come out, awaiting the punt as the Spartans look like they want to send pressure on Royster again. We're going to have a flag thrown. It looks like it's going to be a false start against the Trojans.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 33, 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Good job by Norfolk State. Several penalties that have happened have been on Virginia State and at Norfolk State, so we can see they've kind of calmed down a bit. Hopefully they can maintain that the rest of the game.
As the snap is away, and the kick is high, but it's short, and it will bounce. And Loudermilk will pick it up. And that's a nice job there by Loudermilk, securing the football before it rolled any further. That's a nice job there. Some people would say probably not try that one, but you don't want that ball to scoot any further past Loudermilk, and you get good in field position at the 31.
Definitely want to put your offense in the best position they can to score. Wasn't really in danger. No one was immediately around him, so it's a good play.
You just saw Coach Vick there on the sideline as he hearing the crowd get excited as both sides are working now, as we see Izzy Carter come back out. Split backfield, Akeem Wright to his left. In this formation, Xavier Evans is in the backfield as well, and Evans will get the handoff. He will get flipped as he picks up 2 yards on the play. Tackle made by KJ McNeil.
Yeah, Virginia State came on a blitz there, was able to get right in the backfield to stop that before it really can get going.
As another injury on the field. As a cramp there, it looks like, for Jay-Sean Alston. As we'll take a break. Time out on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this break on the MEAC Digital Network. Now we'll hand it off. Actually, we'll keep it on the RPO. Picks up around 5 on second down, near the 40-yard line.
Really good job by Norfolk State, just turning the tempo down on the game, getting everyone settled, moving the ball pretty efficiently going down the field. And see if they can end this series with a touchdown.
As Carter looks over the defense on his third down. Pass is going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage on the 3rd down and 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down situation for the Spartans. J.J. Evans was the intended receiver. And Edmond was the defender on the play. So, Peary will come out to punt again for NSU. Back deep to return the kick. It's going to be Pretlow. As Peary will get the punt away, and it's a beauty. And Pretlow will take it at the 15-yard line, makes one man miss. Stays on his feet, and as he gets out past the 25 to the 27-yard line, we see some more pushing and shoving. And this one looks like it should be against Virginia State.
There goes that passion versus emotion again.
And late, just getting off the pile there. It seems like it's on pushing and shoving. It's a dead ball foul, so 15 yards, or maybe half the distance to the goal. We'll see what. And see where they spot the football. They spotted it at the 27-yard line.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Return team number 18. Penalized half the distance to the goal. 1st down, Virginia State.
Penalty on Andrew Perry, the redshirt freshman from Woodbridge, Virginia.
Not quite a backed up situation. They'll probably run their offense as they've been doing. Be interesting to see if the defense can hold them here. They have great field position for the offense to be able to get into the end zone.
As we'll see Matthews back out at quarterback. And again, it's a handoff up the middle, cutting it back for the Trojans as we have another whistle blown as helmet was lost. Hammond, the ball carrier, picks up three or four. We'll see what the penalty is. There's a penalty marker on the field.
Illegal substitution. Defense with more than 11 players on the field at the snap. 5-yard penalty. It's 1st down.
A little miscommunication there on the defense.
That's the second time we've seen illegal substitutions. So we have 1st down and 5 for the Trojans.
So this is a dangerous place to be in if you're the defense. I mean, offense can come out as really a throwaway down. They can take a shot, trick plays, anything can happen here.
1st down and 5. As the quarterback will keep it. Goes in between the tackles. Picks up 3 maybe on the play. Matthews before he's taken down. And on the stop for NSU is Major Dillard.
Kind of the same situation as the 1st and 5. Second is short. offense pretty much can do whatever they want to do here, can take shots. Defense got to stay alert here.
As Matthews. Come back to the line of scrimmage. As the Trojans have Hammond in the backfield, he'll get the handoff running left side. That time he hurdles a defender, and this time it works for the first time. And Hammond is excited. As, again, we see the hurdle, this time working for an offensive player.
It's almost like the Saquon effect. Everyone wants to jump over somebody now.
And that time, jump straight over as the Trojans try to go deep and making the catch and bringing up the first down into Norfolk State territory for the Trojans is Bird.
And kind of as we've seen in the first half, defensive penalties leading into big plays for the offense.
And Bird had his man beat. And another first down for the Trojans inside the Norfolk State 25. Matthews hands it off and trying to bounce it outside. And picking up maybe 6 on the plays, Hammond. We're going to have a stoppage in play as Hammond lost his helmet.
Definitely a good job of getting a stop there, for a short gain, but you like to see the defense kind of get some penetration on the O-line. Stop that play sooner.
With 4:40 left to go here in the third quarter. It's a second down and 6 for the Trojans inside the red zone. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. We'll say the 17. 8 seconds on the play clock now for Matthews. Matthews hands it off, and the Trojans trying to rush the football now inside the 15 down to the 14, a pickup of about 4 on the play.
That's a good play by Virginia State. Man, you see the O-line really doing a good job of moving the line of scrimmage 4 or 5 yards down the field.
There's Mordecai in that tailback. Third down and 2.
It's a big stop here.
As Mordecai will slide to the right of Matthews. Matthews will roll right, looks out of the backfield. Pass is going to be incomplete. Thrown short of his intended target.
They had what they wanted there. Quarterback kind of short-armed it. I don't know if he had pressure on his face, wasn't able to get the ball off.
And Mordecai, it's about, he had a play. As Kendrick Nowling, the linebacker, was in coverage, was a tad bit a step behind. We'll see what Virginia State decides to do here as they bring back Hammond. And on this 4th down and 2,
they got to go.
As they have 8 seconds to get this play off, and I don't think they'll be able to get it off without calling a timeout. And they will call the timeout with 3:35 left to go here in the third quarter. Interesting call to see
Virginia State
them go for this.
30 seconds in length.
It's a 6-point lead.
But they missed a great opportunity there. They had all the momentum, could have hurried up and hard count, try to get a cheap first down there. But with them having to call that timeout, now Norfolk State's going to be settled down. Everyone's going to be in with the right keys. It'll be hard to draw somebody off sides here.
The other thing now, if you are Virginia State, do you bring out the field goal unit? They had a 9-point lead at halftime. Or do you try to make this a two-touchdown game here?
It's an interesting decision to make. I mean, your offense can be aggressive here to try to get the 2 yards you need and just continue to run out the clock, knowing that it's going to be very difficult for Norfolk State to drive all the way down the field. We haven't seen Norfolk State drive all the way down the field and score a touchdown yet.
As we'll see the offense come back onto the field, and Hammond will be the back. And again, we see Marquise Smith lined up in that wing formation. Now more at the tight end position as the Spartans crowd the line of scrimmage. It's going to be
good job.
A flea figure going back, and nice job picking up the touchdown as the pass is going to be complete from Malik Hunter back to the quarterback, Marquise Edmond.
Is that a backwards
Matthews? It was a forward pass. It was 2 forward passes.
Right.
And if you're Norfolk State, Coach Vick is asking, they're asking if it's 2 forward passes.
Yeah, it looked like the initial handoff was in front of the quarterback.
Yep.
Which will prevent them from being able to throw another forward pass.
So they're going to...
From Virginia State's point of view, I mean, the perfect time to call a trick play.
As the extra point on its way from Campbell. The kick is up. It is up and through, and the Trojans now lead it 22-10 as we get a chance to look at that play again in a few seconds.
I think it all hinges on, was the running back in front of the quarterback on a reception or behind the quarterback. It's kind of difficult from a pistol position.
It's a handoff forward.
Yeah, that's a forward pass. That shouldn't be allowed. Virginia State was able to get away with one right here. Kind of interesting how the referees missed that one.
And it'll be good to get the conversation about that, see how that one was let on. But again, Virginia State pulling out all the stops here. We've seen a few trick plays on this drive alone. And a 4th down and 2. You get a touchdown pass, and you have to credit Henry Frazier for the ingenuity here today, pulling out all the stops.
Dialing up the right play at the right time, it seems. We'll definitely get a chance to return this ball here. The kicker hasn't really put the ball out the back of the end zone but one time. See if Norfolk State special team can get him a spark.
As Winoti will get a chance to return this one as he runs and catches it at the 10. Winoti looking over the right side, stays on his feet past the 25. As still a lot of pushing and shoving after the play from both squads. As the helmet is lost, we'll see the offense of Norfolk State come back onto the field. And you'll see Otto Coons get a drive here in this third quarter.
Otto really came in that first game, provided a spark for the offense, was able to move the ball efficiently, made some wild plays when he was in trouble. See if he can do that here now.
As Otto comes in, Kendall has a interesting fact there on our new quarterback for this drive, Otto Coons. Kendall.
Yeah, after that last touchdown, you can clearly see the emotion change on the sideline, a lot of frustration. Vick steps up to Otto Coons and tells him that he's going to be going in as he puts on his helmet. Last week he said he wasn't interested in the carousel quarterbacks and having a quarterback competition, but he did say Otto would get some playing time, which we're seeing now.
Play, thank you, is a handoff into the hands of Kevon King to bring a 2nd down and 9 for the Spartans. As NSU bring back Benjamin and also Evans into this formation. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Coons awaits the snap. Play action with time. Coons lobs it up, throws it into the direction of Thomas and threw it into traffic. Nearly picked off. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
Definitely had all the time that he needed. Need to get that ball down. It's probably jitters getting in the game for the first time.
And that time you saw, again, nice pocket. As
kind of throws off his back foot there. plenty of space to step into that throw.
As the Spartans sort of max protect there with Benjamin and Evans in the backfield. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 with 2:38 left to go in the third quarter. Coons will drop back the pass again. Pass is going to be complete into the hands of Thomas for the first down out to the 45-yard line with 2:32 left to go here in the third quarter.
Good throw. Good job by the offensive coordinator isolating one of his best receivers on the wide side of the field, or short side of the field, getting that first down. Big play on 3rd and long there.
As the Spartans now have a first down and 10. As Coons will send Evans to his left. And now this makes this Virginia State defense play a little bit more cautiously on the back end. Coons steps up in the pocket and tries to escape the traffic, and he does. Picks up the first down and more inside Virginia State territory as he goes out of bounds at the 35.
That's a great run. I mean, Israel Carter is known as the dual threat quarterback, but Otto Coons, he can move as well.
Exactly right. With 150 left to go, did a good job of eluding the traffic in the backfield as well. Found the hole, got some protection, and then took off. Coons. Again, we'll have Evans in the backfield to his right. Coons awaits the snap. Drops back the pass again. Lobs it up looking for his receiver, and the pass can be caught, but out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
As his intended receiver is Elijah Mitchell.
Again, I tell you what I love about that. Your quarterback giving your receivers a chance on the 50-50 balls.
As the Spartans at the 36-yard line have a 2nd down and 10. Here as the third quarter winds down. Norfolk State looking for its first offensive touchdown of the day. As Coons drops back the pass, steps up in the pocket again, lobs it up, pass going to be complete. Right back into the hands of Elijah Mitchell. Mitchell has enough for the first down inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line.
Ross, that's great spatial awareness, right, to break the pocket and still know where the line of scrimmage is, to be able to draw that defender up and get that ball right over his head like that.
The Spartans will have a first down. Coons right back to the line of scrimmage. As Coons hands it off. Here's Evans. Evans in between the tackles. Stays on his feet.
Good
inside
job.
the 15 down to the 10 with 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
So let's see how we capitalize. I believe this is our first time inside the 10-yard line.
They're going to mark him down right outside, but it's going to be enough for a first down. So the Spartans can't get a first down here with 24 seconds left to go as the ball be spotted on the 13. Coons awaits the snap. Drops back the pass. Pass is going to be complete into the hands of Mitchell. And that will probably be the final play of the third quarter as the Spartans will have the football inside the 10 down at the 6-yard line. Will be 2nd down and 4 to go. And when we start the fourth quarter, the Trojans lead it 23-10 here in Norfolk as we reach the all-important fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout and come back after this break. You're watching MEAC football on the MEAC Digital Network. From Norfolk, Virginia, the Trojans of Virginia State hold a 13-point lead, 23-10 over NSU. As Otto Coons has come in on the last possession of the third quarter. And now is giving the Spartans a 2nd down and 4 from inside the 10-yard line of Virginia State. As Coons looks over the defense, Laudermilk scored from around this distance last week. He's in the backfield. Coons looks in the backfield. Pass is going to be incomplete into the end zone for the touchdown. J.J. Evans.
Great back shoulder play right there. You see the defender too high going into the end zone. You always want to be on the low hip of the receiver to make a much difficult throw to the pylon. But he's going to be that high. Great read by the quarterback to get that back shoulder for that touchdown.
As the Spartans get the first offensive score of the day. Now trail 23-16. Here in Norfolk as Perry comes out to attempt the extra point to make it a 6-point ball game. The back shoulder throw is complete, and the Spartans now trail by 7 as the extra point is up and good.
Key point with that series.
And we'll get that point when we get back. The Spartans trail it 23-17 to the Trojans of Virginia State. We'll take a break on the MEAC Digital Network. Get on the board here offensively for the first time today in the end zone as the Spartans now trail 23-17. And you hear the fans and getting into it here at Vick Price Stadium as the Spartans get on the road next week. We'll talk a little bit about it for their first road game of the season as they travel to Piscataway, New Jersey, to take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. I think you were here the first time we traveled up to Piscataway.
That was the first time we played a D1 team. Mm-hmm. I believe it was in 2007. We traveled up to Jersey to play Rutgers.
And we'll do it again next Saturday as Perry gets the kickoff. It's high, and it'll be taken at around the 10-yard line. As
it's a great open field tackle there.
And the hit's going to be made at the 16-yard line as Pretlow had the return for NSU. Great open field tackle made by Isaiah Seuss. And I think we're seeing a lot of cramps here tonight. It's been a really muggy evening here at Vick Price Stadium. And again, it's one of those situations where you know you're going to have to get the Gatorade out. You're going to have to get the salt out and maybe a little bit of mustard.
Here it's the difficult part about night games.
We got a call here. Let's see what we have.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Return team number 3 penalized half the distance to the goal. First down, Virginia State.
As either Marquise Smith or Dante Clark got hit with the penalty, 2 number 3s. Don't know who actually plays on special teams, and you just know it's a number 3. And again, inside the 10-yard line down to the 9, where the penalties hurt Norfolk State in the first half. They've just had 2 in the second half as Virginia State has begun to rack up penalties.
Now, but back to the key point with that last offensive series for Norfolk State, no penalties. They're able to go right down the field, didn't shoot themselves in the foot. Now can defense do the same thing, have a clean series, aggressive football with no penalties? As penalties were the reason the last time they gave the offense extended time to get the touchdown.
As Matthews comes back out. He's been a cool, calm, collected here today customer as the handoff goes into the hands of Hammond, and Hammond has gotten the bulk of the carries here in the second half. And he's going to come up a little gimpy.
It's the cramps. That's the deceptive things about night games is you have to remind yourself to continue to hydrate throughout the day. Mm-hmm. Typically on the 1 o'clock game is in your mind, you're hydrated from the night before, but you have to continue to hydrate several hours later into the night.
We'll take a timeout as we check on the injured player for Virginia State. You're watching MEAC football right here on the MEAC Digital Network. As we're excited to see Hammond jog up to the sideline under his own power. As Matthews will line up in the shotgun again. That should be close to a false start, and he's going to get missed in the backfield, takes off, and will pick up the first down and more as the Spartans had a perfectly timed blitz, but again, missing in the backfield was the Spartans.
Ross, take a look at this. We're going to see this play again. They had the receiver split far out to the right-hand side on the in-breaking route, and he was wide open. Good job by the D-line getting in the backfield, preventing that throw, because he would have been running for a while.
Pick up a first down, which gets him out of trouble. as Matthews hands it off. It should be maybe a hold there on the edge as Rijo slipped through. And he was slightly
because
tackled.
He fell on his back. It's more of a pancake than a hold.
Okay, gotcha.
If he would have fell forwards, then that would have been cause for a hold.
Here's an interesting question, though, Don. Did he get tackled or did he get held?
Oh, no, he definitely got tackled.
Okay, got you. We got you. It makes sense now. As Virginia State comes out with a 2nd down and 9. Oh, gonna have movement along the offensive line. They're gonna discuss it. But for NSU, Major Dillard had the contact. And
definitely an interesting
defense
concept.
number 77.
Double motion
5-yard penalty.
State.
It's 2nd down.
So, a 5-yard penalty will make it a 2nd down and 4 for the Trojans. Same play as it's going to be a jet sweep for a 1st down for Malik Hunter. That'll bring up a 1st down now at the 42-yard line.
Here's the formation we were talking about earlier, but flip to the other side. See if they try to get the one-on-one here on the in-breaking route.
Matthews again in the shotgun. Play action for Matthews, and they get the man running out of the backfield on the wheel route there. He was wide open. That was James. A great job there from the pressure again. Coming off the edge this time. Getting to the quarterback was Corey Chapman.
Great rush. Had he not been there, that would have been a huge game, maybe even a touchdown.
2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. As Hammond will stay in the backfield with Matthews. Spartans showing blitz. It's going to be a keeper as the pass is going to be complete.
Good job.
But great job of reading it like you said. As that was Todd Jones, the safety, coming up and making the stop on that short pass route into the hands of Davis.
Interesting. Same play we saw in the first half, but it switched it up and put a receiver there to try to mess up the defense's communication there. Good job by the defender, staying with his guy, cutting through the traffic and making the play for no gain.
Let's see if the Spartans can get off the field. As the Spartans were confused there defensively, as Jones had flexed out wide and no one was at that spot and ready for
timeout. Norfolk State,
Spartans.
the 2nd of the half. 30 seconds in length.
Definitely would love to be able to save your timeouts when you're going to need them coming down towards the end of the game. But the 2nd time we've had substitution issues this half, 3rd or 4th time we've had it during the game.
It's the first timeout charge to NSU, but I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a solid timeout because you want to get the football back here with this amount of time left on the clock with 11:59. You really want to get your offense back out on the field, especially the way they performed on that last drive.
Yeah, no, 100%. Get the ball back with as much time as possible, but you definitely want to get your communication and your substitutions in so you can save those timeouts because they're going to be invaluable within 2 minutes.
Exactly right, as Virginia State has been solid on the 3rd downs, 4 of 10 today. As the Trojans will come up to the line of scrimmage with a 3rd down and 9. 2 wide receivers to the near side and far side for Sean Matthews. Matthews drops back to pass with time, steps up in the pocket collapses. Pass is going to be incomplete in and out of the hands of Kevin Gales. And if you're Gales, you have to catch that one.
You have to catch that ball. You have plenty of space. Quarterback puts it right where you're supposed to. Has yardage to run. Great job by the defense of being with his guy. This is a huge stop for Norfolk State defense. If offense can come back out and have another penalty-less drive, maybe to capitalize on another touchdown.
A great job there by the Spartans to get off the field there. 4th down for Virginia State. As Royster will come out to punt inside his own 30 at his 28-yard line. As Laudermilk awaits the snap. And it's away, it's high, and Laudermilk will call for a fair catch as he will catch it off the bounce.
Yeah, but he called for a fair catch, though. At that point, you can't try to advance the ball.
And he's going to get penalized for that. And I think one of the new rules this year is there is no any hand signal. Pretty much any hand signal is going to be a fair catch. As we'll hear from the officials. As we see Coach Vick and his offense looking to get back going. Here's the call.
After further discussion, there is no foul on the play. The action was deemed legal. 1st down, Norfolk State.
And one of the things you can say is because of Laudermilk seeing the football and seeing it's going to bounce, he's saying, get away, get away. Is he saying get away? Could he be saying that? Whichever way you call it, I think the Spartans get a break there, catch a break. As Coons comes back out, you'll see Kevon King in the backfield with them.
Coons was able to provide the spark to get the Spartans their first touchdown in the last series. See if he can repeat that again here.
And again, pitch and catch. Gets the ball out of his hands quickly, picks up 4 yards on the completion of Elijah Mitchell. Anderson on the stop, 2nd down and 6. And again, these short passes soften up a defense, or then also get you an opportunity for a double move maybe in the later parts of the ball game as Coons awaits the snap.
Definitely does.
Pass is going to be complete into the hands of Biles Walker, who makes 3 people miss, stays on his feet, picks up the 1st down. Out past the 35 to the 36.
Great play, keeping the ball alive and giving himself a chance to make some more plays. But you're exactly right. These short throws are going to cause these defenders to come up and eventually set themselves up for a double pass, because Virginia State is not really playing with a deep safety to protect the corners. It's kind of a 2 high quarters type shell, so you'll have chances on the outside.
As Coons awaits the snap, empty backfield, drops back the pass, steps away from trouble, and will get pushed out of bounds after a pickup of maybe 3 or 4. And again, you like the decisiveness. You like the ability to make a decision quickly and get going and pick up a 2 there for Coons. No negative plays that just keep the change moving. And you see this Virginia State defense now starting to get a little bit tired as the handoff goes to Kevon King. Starter steps in the backfield. He's going to get taken down after a pickup of 2 as the stop was made by Mekhi Johnson.
Yeah, we'll definitely start seeing conditioning come into play here if we get to the later minutes of the game. Norfolk State is kind of wearing down the D-line, as you can see here, methodically moving the ball down the field. Can they get this 1st down and continue going with this?
As the Spartans sends 3 wide out to the far side of the formation. 1 to the near side. Coons in the shotgun. Drops back to pass with time. Looking downfield, has Cam Thomas. He's open. Cam Thomas makes the catch inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
That's a great adjustment there coming in from the sideline. Great throw by the quarterback. Good job by the offensive line to give him all the time he needs. Great job by the receiver coming off the line of scrimmage, stacking the DB.
Let's look at this. Pocket, perfect spiral from Coons into the hands of Cam Thomas.
Caught him right in stride.
And Thomas makes the play, and again, wide open. Touchdown for the Spartans as Drayshawn Kendrick finds himself wide open. The second touchdown pass of the quarter for Otto Coons. First touchdown reception of the Spartan career for Drayshawn Kendrick. And you see there, that's a beautiful, beautiful moment there. Drayshawn Kendrick taps up his dad, the running backs coach, Dre Kendrick. And the Spartans have tied the ball game up at 23 all with 8:54 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Ross, you mentioned it earlier. Coons does a great job of seeing the field, knowing exactly where to put the ball, and has the poise to put the ball right where only his receiver can get it. Two huge plays, one for a touchdown to spark that Norfolk State needed to get back on top here.
As the extra point is up and through, and the Spartans take the lead. 24-23, 8:54 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And you see a change of momentum on this Spartan side of the football. And Drayshawn Kendrick does a little bit of the heavy lifting along with his running mate, Cam Thomas, who has 5 catches for 82 yards. And the Spartans up by 24-23. We'll take a break right here on the MEAC Digital Network.
Him on that decision, he said that he was ready for more opportunities. And when Coach Vick called, it was a done deal. He led the conference in receiving yards last week, and you saw him just get that touchdown here. And he's also joined by his father, Dre Kendrick, coach of the running backs, who played with Coach Vick at Virginia Tech, and now they're both making an impact here at Norfolk State in their respective roles. Ross, back to you.
Thank you, Kendall, as the Spartans will kick off again. And again, pinning Virginia State back deep is the Spartans special teams unit, and for the second straight time, Isaiah Seas, the junior from Virginia Beach, makes the stop.
Definitely see the spark from the entire team after Norfolk State offense drives down twice in a row, gets some touchdowns, and see if defense can get a stop.
Let's go back to the touchdown and see what happened as we take a quick gander as Drayshawn Kendrick just slipped the defense. That couldn't have been what Virginia State had wanted there, as he thought it was a zone look, and he ran out to the flat.
Yeah,
no one picked him up.
We got the underneath guy playing zone. You got the deep safety playing man out to the number one receiver.
As the Spartans defense will have to again bow up here, as Virginia State's still a dangerous offense, as the quarterback is going to keep it. Trying to bounce it outside and making the play in the backfield. Nice job by the leader in the defensive backfield for NSU, Jaden Smith, who played safety last year, moving the corner.
Yeah, great job coming up and making a solid tackle. Looks like Norfolk State was in a too-high shell there, anticipating some type of run to the flat there.
Second down and 12. And also a good job there by Khalid Gilmore of setting the edge against the Trojans, not allowing there to be a running lane for Matthews. As Matthews again drops back to pass. Had time. Pass is going to be thrown out of bounds, or near the out of bounds. Had a man in his area, but that'll bring up a third down. Looking for his back out of the backfield.
It's a great play call by Coach Garvin. Dial up that blitz coming from the wide side of the field. Put pressure on the quarterback, made him retreat, throw a ball he wasn't really trying to throw.
As Hammond was the intended receiver out of the backfield. As the third down and 12 play will come up. Have to be careful of the quarterback's feet here, as Matthews has made the feet of the receiver, and it's going to be incomplete. And breaking through the line of scrimmage, no one touching him, was Jordan Harris. Normally,
you want to get something on a guy to set the screen up to give it time to develop. Great job by the defender cutting through there and putting pressure on the quarterback.
Also, that was a good disguise by the Spartans, because that screen was thrown because of the pressure that Norfolk State has been showing over the last few plays.
Definitely.
And that's one of the things that you see. The screen should be a blitz beater.
Right. You would expect that, but a good disciplined eyes, by the defense. But, of course, you want your offensive lineman to put something on the guy to give a guy a chance for the screen to develop.
Royster will get this kick away as the Spartans are going to get penalized again for maybe having too many men on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is 12. It's going to be a legal substitution against the Spartans. So the question is, do you take it on the back end if you're Virginia State, or do you punt it again?
Well, it wasn't a very good punt. We'll see if they take it on the front and see if they get something better. But knowing that Norfolk State has blocked a punt for a touchdown, they may take it on the back end.
I think they're going to take it on the back end and move it.
Illegal substitution. Receiving team. More than 11 players on the field at the snap. 5-yard penalty enforced at the end of the kick. First down, Norfolk State.
And if you're Norfolk State, you've been successful throwing the football. Do you try to get out of here? Do you try to get out of here and try to run some 4-minute offense? Or do you let Otto Coons keep rocking? He's 8 of 10 here on these last 2 drives, so 111 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's too much time on the clock to start playing 4-minute drills. Run the offense as you've been. Try to get some distance between yourself. See if you can put some more points on the board here. 2
tight ends for Coons as King in the backfield. King, big hole up the middle, picks up the first down inside Virginia State territory to the 47-yard line. And what it is now, it's just keep it going. And if Kevon King could shake that cramp.
Yeah, you would hate to see him dealing with that. You see how much of an explosive player he is if he can stay on the field.
As Coons has a first down at 10, Evans checks in. And we had a lot of people moving. Well, let's see. It looked like defense moved at the same time the offense did. Let's see what
They called that on 55, but you could have called that on the whole left side of the line.
You could have. Everybody jumped on that left side of the line. As it's going to be a first down and 15. As King getting that leg worked out on the sideline from the 48 down. The Spartans with a bunch formation to the top of the field. 1 deep safety for Coons. As Coons awaits a snap, play action. With time, pass is going to be complete out the flat to Kendricks. Again, Kendricks picks up 7-8 on first down.
Gets him back on track. Back in front of the stick, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 8.
And I think what's happening right now is the offense has found its rhythm, and you know it. Players block better when it's a rhythm. You do things differently when you have a team that's in rhythm.
Yeah, definitely. Having a leader on the field calms everyone down. You're not just players out here just playing whatever the coach calls. You know you're trying to get something done. It's a great throw here by Otto. See the receiver streaking across the field, puts it right on him. First down.
As Coons wanted it all, he was looking for J.J. Evans, and running underneath for the Spartans was a tight end. And Akeem Wright, who in this offense, in the offense for Brian Shepard at Towson last 2 years, he's had an All-American at tight end, who we should see have some good opportunities to catch the football. First down and 10 again for the Spartans near the red zone. And Coons was a design quarterback keeper and
ran right into a blitz, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great call by Virginia State there. You want to make sure you protect your quarterback as much as possible. You don't want to see him getting hit like that.
Norfolk State now with 408 yards of total offense. As the clock's still moving with 5:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Coons with 3 wide receivers to the near side and 1 to the far. Again, Virginia State showing blitz. Pressure comes. Coons looks over the middle. Pass is going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of Drayshawn Kendrick.
Great throw. Pressure coming at you with a blitz. You got to have that, especially in times like this.
And again, staring down the eye of the defense. Thrown a little bit behind Kendrick. but it's a pass that we've seen Kendricks be able to make here over the last 2 weeks. 3rd down and 14 for NSU. Do you play for an easier field goal? Do you go for the first down? If you're
Play for the
NSU.
field goal here, definitely.
As Combs, the screen pass is going to be incomplete. Looking over the middle as he's taken down to the ground. Akeem Wright was the intended receiver. And
So we see both times, 3rd and long, both teams tried with a screen. Norfolk State did a good job putting pressure on the quarterback, didn't let the screen develop. Virginia State did a good job of recognizing the screen and being right there to prevent the quarterback from getting the throw he wanted.
And a little bit too far for a field goal attempt. So they'll keep the offense out with 4th and 14. And the play not moving in swiftly as Coach Vick will take a timeout.
Norfolk State has to get their second timeout in a close game. Again, you
Timeout, Norfolk State, the second of the half. 30 seconds in length.
And this is a big call. This is a big call there as Otto Coons comes to the sideline. And you look at it, Norfolk State now with 184 rushing yards, 405 yards total, 221 through the air. And it looks like the Spartans will try to confuse.
So if I'm Virginia State here, I'm bringing pressure. Back my DBs up, keep everything in front of me, bring pressure, make the ball come out quick. Can Norfolk State protect, give Otto the time he needs to make the throw that he can make? Or if the pressure gets to him, can he escape? But we see the kicking unit coming on out this time.
It's a 43-yard field goal attempt for Halford out of the hold of Peary. Snap is down, the kick is away. A little false step, it's up, it's long enough, it's up, and it's no good.
Definitely was long enough.
There's a little hitch in the step there for Peary.
Yeah, the snap was kind of high. They had to work a little harder to get the ball down and set. Kind of messed up the timing a little bit there.
And not a bad option there. Again, Coach Vick feels confident in his kicking unit from that far with 5:04 left to go in the 4th quarter. That gives the football back to Virginia State.
Well, they're going to have to move the ball. They can't be in a 4-minute offense here, so they're definitely going to be throwing the ball. Can Norfolk State recognize the route combinations and make some plays to get their offense back the ball?
As Matthews back on the field, the Spartans have sent a lot of pressure. Matthews drops back to pass. They're being chased. The pass is going to be complete into the hands of Smith. Good coverage there by the Spartans for Chapman. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Trojans.
Great job by the quarterback to escape pressure there, get the ball to the receiver, give him a chance to make a play.
Khalib Gilmore has had beads on Matthew all night from his defensive end position, but Matthews has been able to slip away. 2nd down and 5. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Big hole to run, and getting tripped up as he passes the 40-yard line to the 41-yard line.
It's a great play
It's
call.
Rose.
The defense expecting pass there, hit him with a draw play right up the middle, able to get the first down. It's a good call.
Trojans back at the line of scrimmage with Matthews. Rose sees the Spartans show blitz again. As Matthews awaits the snap, pressure comes. Rose looking downfield. Has a man pass, is going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Good job by the safety coming out the middle of the field to almost make a play. See a flag thrown here.
I think it's called on the sideline. It's just a warning. It should be a sideline warning against the Spartans.
Yeah, Russ, I think you're right there.
We'll see what the call is.
Georgia.
As the officials will
This is after the play was over or during a live ball?
have a conversation about it. We'll see what the officials call. Here's Toby Johnson.
Sideline interference has been issued to the Norfolk State bench. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, that's rare to see both at the same time. It's either there's a sideline warning or there's a penalty for interference from the sideline. I wonder if the difference is the sideline warning came during a live play.
I don't think it happened. I think the difference is, did you hit someone or did you run into someone? And we didn't get it, and so we got the call here as Virginia State will have a first down and 10 inside Norfolk State territory. As the Trojans start to bounce it outside, picking up a first down is Rose with 3:31 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And I didn't maybe look back and see who the side judge ran into.
Well, that flag gives Norfolk State 15 on the evening.
As low snap, hands off goes to Rose. Rose again hurdles a player. Picks up 8 inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. It'll be a second down and 10. Clock continues to move. 2:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Major Dillard makes the stop as Virginia State looks to the sideline. They probably need about 6 or 7 yards to be in comfortable field goal range. The Spartans having one timeout remaining, plus the 2-minute timeout.
Now is the time the defense to kind of move the line of scrimmage back, give themselves a chance. There goes that play again. Good job out of offense.
And slipping through. And again, the same play, same result for Virginia State. This time Smith gets into the end zone.
Good job out of offense. That's equivalent to a double play. To notice that they've been knifing down on that route out to the flat there. And that receiver to put his foot in the toe and get upfield.
And that time, just overrunning the play a little bit for the Spartans was Corey Chapman. And Virginia State's going to keep the offense out for 2. We said this was going to be an interesting ball game coming down the stretch, and we're getting every single thing that we asked for. The Spartans trail now 29-24. And again, that unconventional formation for Virginia State with Smith lining up at the same spot right now for the Trojans.
It's interesting to go for 2.
But it's Virginia State getting into the end zone for 2. A quarterback keeper, and again, the Spartans had a chance.
There's no tactical advantage of going for 2 here. Could have kicked the field with the extra point. They still need to get a touchdown, so now it's a tie.
As Matthews runs it in for the 2-point conversion. Matthews there avoids Makai Frisbee in the backfield. And Major Dillard can't get off the block. Looking for a flag there in the middle of the field there. We'll see what the Norfolk State offense can do.
2 minutes, 14 seconds left in the game. Plenty of time to move the ball down the field. Can Auto do what he's done the last 2 series, drive Norfolk State down for touchdowns?
As the Trojans will send Royster out to get this one away, as Bowles Walker will return this kick.
It's looking like he's lining up for a mortar kick.
as the Spartans have used 3 return men now today. Jalen White started. We saw Winoti as well. And this time we'll see a return from Biles Walker. He'll return it from the 10. Biles Walker looking for an edge. Gets out past the 30, stays on his feet.
Good return.
To the 37-yard line. As Spartans will have good field position with 2:07 left to go here in quarter number 4. We have an injured Spartan on the field. And that looks like it's Xavier Evans. An ex who dealt with some injury problems.
So Norfolk State has plenty of time here. 1 official timeout, essentially 2 timeouts with a 2-minute warning coming up. They can run the offense as they've been doing the past couple series to see what the offense is able to put together here.
Again, Xavier Evans on the field for NSU. There's the training staff. Surrounds him. And again, one of the biggest issues tonight, you hate to say it, is just penalties. This game has not been a clean game by any stretch for either team, but 16 penalties for 127 yards. I know that's going to be the first thing that Coach Vick talks about in his presser. Virginia State with 10 for 92, but it almost seems like it's when the penalties come.
Exactly. For Norfolk State, they've come when the offense or defense is gaining momentum, and they've been momentum killers. For Virginia State, they've had penalties, but they've had a lot of special teams penalties, holding that really didn't impact the offense rather than starting 10 yards back, still with a regular count on the chains.
As Evans is on his feet. As the training staff gets him to the sideline. We'll see Jalen Laudermilk in the backfield for NSU. Coons back in at quarterback for NSU. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near. As Coons hands it off to Laudermilk on a delayed handoff. Laudermilk is hit hard from the defensive lineman, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout, which will take us to our final break of the 4th quarter. We'll take that timeout. Norfolk State trailing Virginia State 31-24 with a second down when we come back right here on the MEAC Digital Network. Spartans have a second down and 6. As Otto Coons has been solid here in relief of Israel Carter, 10 of 14, 141 yards. 2 touchdowns, both coming in the 4th quarter. Coons back at it again. He rolls right, looks out to Biles Walker. And a nice job of Biles Walker finding the sideline.
It's a great play call. Sprint out to the right, get the ball out of bounds, save a timeout, move the ball down the field.
They're going to give him credit enough for the first down. And most importantly, the clock stops at 1:55 left to go here in the 4th quarter, and you don't have to use your timeouts. Cones again in the shotgun. Laudermilk in the backfield. Coons awaits the snap and drops back to pass. Escapes traffic. Throws the ball out of bounds. Good job by the defensive line for Virginia State in causing pressure in the backfield. For Virginia State, that was Mustafa Coley. He gets the pressure in the backfield and makes it a second down and 10.
Smart play by the quarterback, though. You can't take a sack in this time is understanding situational football, what you're trying to do, what you can't do, and getting the ball out of bounds.
Virginia State showing blitz, dropping back. Coon steps up in the pocket, loses the football, and is going to get taken down back at the 40 as Coley this time gets home. That'll bring up a third down now and 17. As Coons awaits the snap now. Spartans now have to move with a sense of urgency with 1:25 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
I mean, if you can get the first down, get it, of course, but just try to make it fourth and manageable.
Coons legs it out to Miles Walker. He gets out of bounds. After a pickup of about 6, he gets what they lost back, +1. And bring up a fourth down situation for NSU. It'll be a 4th down and 9.
So every offensive coordinator has a gotta-have-it play. A play that the offense works on during the week, during camp, that you save for situations just like this. Let's see what Norfolk State has in store here.
As Coons looks over the defense. 3 wideouts there. 1 to the far. 4th down and 9 for the Spartans. Coons drops back the pass with time. Pass is going to be complete to Drayshawn Kendrick over the middle. And Kendrick was held, even making his break. Great anticipatory throw there by Coons over the middle.
We see him go back to the same play that he kind of threw behind the receiver last series. A bender right over the middle of the seam on top of the linebacker there.
As Coons will hand it off into the hands of Laudermilk. Oh, good pass. He hits the B button. He gets inside the 10, inside the 5. He dives in. Does he get inside the end zone? They say he's in. Do they say he's in? It is a touchdown. Jalen Laudermilk with the rush, and the Spartans now 1 point away from tying this football game.
It's a great move. Catches defender with an over pursuit. Whoops. Breaks to the outside. Good speed to get the ball to the pylon.
As Laudermilk avoids the tackle, and he does stay in bounds. And the Spartans now trail by 1, 31-30. Helfrich will try to tie this ball game up at 31. Snap is down. The kick is up. It's high enough, long enough. It is up and through. We're tied at 31 here at Dick Price Stadium. Hughes.
Not shocked at all. Like I said, the rivalry between these two schools, the matchups we've had over the years to see this game coming down to what it's coming down to is very exciting here coming into this last series potentially from Virginia State.
Second rushing touchdown on the year from Laudermilk. And again, Otto Coons, since he has come into this ball game in the last drive of the third quarter, has led the Spartans on essentially almost 4 scoring drives as they missed a field goal, 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, and 1 there on the ground by Jalen Laudermilk.
Definitely love the leadership, love the calmness, able to step up in the pocket with pressure in his face and deliver strikes to his receivers, putting it where only they can get it. Now we need the defense to come up with a great stop, to give them a chance to win this game or to go into overtime.
As here will get set to get this one away. As Pretlow is back deep, also back deep for Virginia State as this one is kicked over the middle. And jumping on it and falling down.
Yeah, interesting squib kick there. Pretty much taking away any opportunity for the return team to return the ball. But I probably would have kicked it deep there. Your special teams have been playing very well all night. The last 2 kickoffs pinned them down inside the 20-yard line. But if I'm Norfolk State defenders, they came out with a play that they thought they saw all game. They put a little wiggle to it, had that running back stick his foot in the ground to get upfield. Be on the lookout for other double plays built off of things they've been running all week, all game.
And 52 seconds left to go. You can't really concede anything if you're Norfolk State, because the field goal wins the ball game for Virginia State as Matthews drops back to pass. Pass is going to be complete out in the flat. A pickup of 4 to Malik Hunter.
It'll be interesting to see what Virginia State does if they get that far with the injury they had to their punter.
The other interesting thing is the Spartans have blocked a field goal and blocked a punt here tonight against this Virginia State special teams. As Matthews drops back to pass. With time, there's a little bit of a hold there as the pass is going to be complete into Norfolk State territory. And again, Major Dillard was being held there in the middle of the field. No call there for Norfolk State as Todd Jones makes a stop on the nice completion into the hands of Bird inside Norfolk State territory.
The referees are saying we're going to let them play this last series out. They're not going to be the reason this game is ended.
As Matthews drops back to pass with time.
He had a receiver wide open in the middle of the field.
And he throws this one away with 25 seconds to go. And we're going to have a stoppage in play as the Trojans offensive lineman lost his helmet. And the Spartans will get a chance to replenish defensive linemen.
Let's see what Norfolk State does here.
That's just 3 wide receivers to the top of the formation. Matthews drops back to pass. With time, pass is going to be complete.
Good job there.
Inside the 30-yard line to the 28.
Smart play by Coach Garvin. Played single high zone behind it. Keep everything in front of you. Come up and make a short tackle.
Makes it a 3rd down and 6. 1 timeout left to go for Virginia State. And it's an interesting situation now. You give credit to Matthews. He's played a heck of a ball game. 21 of 39, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns.
One thing I love about his play has been extremely calm. Whether it's under pressure, running, he doesn't seem to be rattled at all. He's been making all the plays needed to make all game.
They've thrown for 313 yards tonight. Of course, that one play that was still holding question. As the Trojans will have us 3rd down and 6.
Ball on the 27, 28-yard line here. Be interesting to see what Virginia State, if they try to kick a field goal or not, given the situation with their kickers.
And they go back to the formation that has caused the Spartans some problems here today. As Matthews spins out of trouble, being chased, looking downfield, throws the ball out of bounds. A good chase there by the Spartans. They'll bring up 4th down. And we'll see the field goal unit come out with 12 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. From this space, no wind. It will be a 46-yard field goal attempt.
And again, we have the backup kicker as the holder. This would have been their starting punter if he had not got injured. So this is nowhere near a gimme. You have to get a good snap, a good catch, then a good hold, and then a good kick.
And we're going to have a timeout called as the Spartans called their last timeout. It's a 46-yard attempt.
Virginia State, the 3rd and final of the half.
For
30
Joshua
seconds
Campbell,
left.
the 6'1 sophomore. Coach Vick on the sideline there.
Norfolk State has to be careful not to try to jump this too soon. You easily get caught with a little delayed snap or something to try to steal some extra yards to make it a more manageable field goal.
As Amber will try this one from 46 yards away. The snap is down. The kick is away. It's high enough. It's long enough. It is up, and it is off the crossbar.
We're going to overtime.
And so 7 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. And again, great effort. The snap was down. Hit the crossbar.
Yeah, it was a great process. Good snap, good catch, good hold. He was right in line where he wanted to be. Just didn't have the leg strength to get it there.
And again, 7 seconds left to go. So the Spartans at least have one more play. The Spartans have at least one more play before we look at overtime here at Dick Price Stadium. And Otto Coombs will see the Spartans call their final timeout. Again, you just want to make sure you do all the things right here. You want to make sure you do everything right here. 7 seconds. You have a timeout left. Call it. Make sure you.
Third and final.
Make sure everybody's on the same page.
Make sure we got 11 guys on the field.
You can do everything.
Right.
Check your, dot your I's, cross all your T's. And what's beautiful is you still see a full stadium, Don. Not a lot of people have left here. This game.
It's definitely been a thriller here. Norfolk State didn't start off the way they wanted to. Were able to make a comeback, settle down. Otto was able to come in and give the team the spark it needed. 3 scoring drives on 4 series.
Karan Benjamin will come out as the Spartans will line up under center. Otto Coombs check the defense with 7 seconds left. Hand it off to Benjamin. Benjamin lowers his shoulders. And that'll be it. And we'll go to overtime. We're tied at 31 here from Dick Price Stadium. What's better than more football? More football. We'll take a timeout right here on the MEAC Digital Network. We'll go into overtime. The overtime rules, each team gets one possession from the opposing 25-yard line in the first overtime. Touch in overtime. Must attempt a 2-point conversion after the TD in the second overtime. Alternating 2-point conversions start in third overtime. And if I score a touchdown, you have to match it. If I get a field goal, you have to meet it or match it. So
definitely,
those are the rules.
You're going to want to take this ball on the coin flip. If you're Norfolk State or Virginia State, put the pressure on the other team to match whatever you put in.
And again, no matter what you say today, you look at the way this game has gone, and Virginia State has gotten the breaks today. Virginia State has gotten the breaks today. The Spartans in that fourth quarter probably showed you how explosive they really are as a football team. And if you're Coach Vick, no matter the outcome, you want to win. But you have seen how explosive your offense can be as we hear see the overtime rules explained for the Spartans. Your captains are Dalen Long and Drayshawn Kendrick, as Virginia State will send KJ McNeil.
Well, I definitely agree with you. There's a lot of good being shown here by Norfolk State University that we didn't see last week. If we just continue to play mistake-free football, we have all the pieces we need to be an explosive and a successful team.
So it's kind of an interesting look at the coin by Toby Johnson. We'll hear.
Norfolk State has won the toss and is elected to play defense first. Virginia State, 1st and 10 from the 25 on this end of the field.
And again, you can't overstate the jolt of energy that Otto Coons has given Norfolk State. Today, Coons has gone 13 for 18, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Here today, the Spartans have 468 yards of total offense, 437 yards of total offense for Virginia State. The Spartans have rushed for 215 yards and thrown for 253 yards. Great balance. Great balance. Virginia State has rushed for 124. They have thrown for 313 today.
And if you take away the 2 fumbles, one on the snap and one on the great play from Virginia State, they've really played a lot of clean football from an offensive standpoint and turnovers.
So Virginia State will come out. They'll move with 3 wide receivers to the near side. You're back. The backfield's going to be Rose. Matthews has had a solid game at quarterback as Rose gets the handoff. And he gets forced out of bounds after a pickup of about 5 on the play down to the 20.
Great job out of Dean pushing the tackle back, forcing the running back to kind of bow out a little more than what he did. But he had great speed to get to the sideline and gain 5 yards.
It'll be a 2nd down and 5 now for Virginia State. Matthews looking out, had a man as Keyshawn Lynch chases Matthews and forces the throw out of bounds. Good pursuit there by Keyshawn Lynch as Matthews has to get rid of the football.
Huge play here for Norfolk State. If we can get a stop, they can get a stop here. It'll force them to make a decision, Virginia State, if they're going to go for it or try another field goal. We've seen that the kicker doesn't have the strongest leg, being on the 20-yard line. It's not a gimme that'll be made.
As the Spartans have forced Virginia State into a 3rd down and 5. Matthews is going to have a false start to work with as the wide receiver, Malik Hunter, looked like he got a head start. We'll hear from Toby Johnson what the call is.
Offense number 5, 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Check that. That was Smith who got a running start. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Speaking of breaks, that's a huge break for Norfolk State right there. Now we'll see what Virginia State has. Again, every offensive coordinator has that gotta have it play. That play where you gotta make sure you get the yards necessary to get a 1st down. 3rd and 10 is not very many things you can do during this time. So if Norfolk State gets pressure, keep everything in front of them, they should be fine.
As pressure comes on Matthews, Matthews steps up in the pocket, looking for room to run, and he gets taken down in the backfield.
It's a great time for your D-line to step up. It's a great time.
Sack for the Spartans, and this forces a conversation. A good pressure off the edge as additional pressure was brought inside first for Norfolk State by Jordan Harris.
Offense stays out.
Matthews will empty the backfield. It's 4th down and 12. The Spartans send 3. Matthews stays in the backfield. Pass is going to be incomplete and broken up by Mekhi Frisbee. And the Spartans can win it with a field goal here. Great stop defensively.
Great stop by the defense. able to get pressure with just 3 down linemen rushing. DBs did a great job. Linebackers did a great job. No penalties on the back end. Keeping everything in front of you, coming up and making a play right when you needed to.
And again, you see Matthews had all day to throw. Good pressure, though, still from the 3 down linemen for NSU. They did a good job of just staying with it as the pass was intended for Kevin Gales. NSU will empty the backfield for Otto Coons. VSU will back off just a little bit as Coons takes off. A quarterback keeper. Coons bounces it outside, keeps his hands on the football, picks up the first down inside the 15 down to the 14.
Well into field goal range. If I'm Norfolk State, I like to see my kicker warming up now on the sideline just in case.
If I'm Norfolk State right now, 6 is better than 3.
6 is better than 3.
Let's go
Definitely.
get it. As Karan Benjamin steps into the backfield for the Spartans. Virginia State showing pressure. Coons is going to keep it. Flips it out to Akeem Wright, and Wright can't handle it or bring it in with one hand. That'll bring up second down. Like the aggressiveness, still of Norfolk State, making sure that you're trying to get into the end zone here and not settle for a field goal, even though that's all you need to win it.
It kind of takes a play out of Virginia State's playbook.
Right.
Hitting them with the same play that they've gotten several explosive plays on them as well.
There's Coons today, 5 carries, 23 yards. Offset I formation as Coons lines up under center. Benjamin, your tailback. As the handoff goes to Benjamin, left side. Benjamin in between the tackles. Keeps his feet grinding down to the 12-yard line.
So we'll see, will Norfolk State be aggressive and try to push the ball into the end zone, or will they try to get the ball on the hash or whatever the kicker wants it on?
It'll be a 3rd down and 7. Coons will survey the defense. As Virginia State will see Coons roll left. Coons lobs it into no one.
Very interesting play.
I don't know, he was looking back for it there. He might have been looking for Benjamin.
Yeah, looked like a misdirection.
Screen.
Roll out to try to set up the screen, going back to the backside. Never really had a chance to develop.
We'll see who was there. And Benjamin was still blocking. And it might have been, no, it was actually for Akeem Wright. The tight end there is Helfrich. Will come out. Yeah. Had the wrong spot there. This one will be from 29 yards away to win it in overtime for the Spartans. Helfrich gets the snap. The kick is away. It's high enough. It's up. And ball game.
Spartans win.
Norfolk State will get their first win of the season as the Spartans do it in comeback fashion, and Helfrich gets the victory for NSU. What a game
What
here,
a game.
and what a win for Coach Michael Vick. His first victory here at Norfolk State. Helfrich. The victory goes to NSU. What
Great.
a ball game here in Norfolk, and what a win for Norfolk State.
Great game by the Spartans. Way to fight back after kind of putting itself in a hole with penalties. Way to stay resilient. Great job by Otto coming in and giving the spark that the team needed, going down with multiple scoring drives. Congratulations to Coach Vick getting his first win. And anytime Norfolk State can beat Virginia State, it's a good day.
Whichever way it happens. Pretty, ugly, doesn't matter. A win is a win, and congratulations to Coach Michael Vick in his first year as head coach. It's his first win for NSU, and the Spartans now even their record at 1-1. Now as they move on to take on Rutgers next week. Your final score, 34-31 here from Norfolk, Virginia. So for Don Carey, I'm Ross Gordon saying so long from Dick Price Stadium, where your final score is 34-31. Norfolk State gets their win, first win of the season. All games are airing on the ESPN networks. Check that. We'll stay here on the field as Kendall has our winning head coach, Coach Michael Vick.
What a game to come from behind. You were down going into halftime, to go into overtime, and to win this game. How'd you get it done?
Yeah, I mean, we just had to be resilient. We just shot ourselves in the foot so many times and put ourselves back in position. But, man, look, I'm just happy to get out of here with a win. Obviously, we got to go back and look at it and keep making corrections. But, we can definitely make it a lot easier on ourselves.
Otto Coons came in and made some huge plays. What impressed you about him today?
Yeah, I just felt like we needed a spark. Otto, he's been very consistent from the spring to the summer, very competitive, and I just challenged him to just stay ready so he don't have to get ready, and he came in and did what he needed to do.
Coach, your first win in your head coaching era, how does this one feel?
It feels great. It was a little nerve-wracking, but, I take these guys to war with me anyway. I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of our group. I'm proud to get the first win, and we just got to keep it going and keep trying to get better.
Some congratulations, Coach.
Right, thank you.
Back to you, Ross.
Thank you, Kendall. That was Coach Michael Vick. So for Kendall and Don Carey, I'm Ross Gordon saying so long from Dick Price Stadium in Norfolk, Virginia, where your final score is 34-31. Norfolk State wins it in overtime. All games are airing on the ESPN networks, are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.